Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys are having a spectacular day. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. This is episode 50 of the A-listers. Yes, guys, it's been 50 episodes deep. So before we got started, you get me? Man la yashkur al-nas, la yashkur Allah. Thank you to everyone in the chat for getting us to 50 episodes, always supporting this show, always supporting the A-listers. I know you guys really enjoy watching this, of course, alongside Ahwa. These are your favorite shows on the channel. And listen, 50 episodes deep, you get me? It's been absolutely incredible, with you guys' love, with you guys' support. You guys have been incredible, man. So thank you guys so much for the love. Thank you guys so much for showing us support. And we're here. And this is the first, yes, it is the first A-listers episode with the new setup as well. So big up to all of you guys. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, all that type of good stuff. And yeah, we're here. So I have 3 losers in the background. There you are. There you are. I'm the only one here with 3 points. Only one here with 3 points this week. I have 3 losers. But there's one guy who at least has 7 points. He drew to Brighton at home with 10 men. So we give him the exception to introduce him first. Joining us on the channel, first and foremost, is the biggest troublemaker in the Arsenal fan base. Could be. Man, like Egal is in the building. How do you Egal, man?
I was actually watching your watch along when back recently. I thought you were quite fair, but we could have easily lost that game. I'm okay with the point now, but my head's still gone over the whole Declan Rice situation. Did you see what the journalist? Friggin' Sky Sports came out with an excuse saying, well, common sense is not normal for referees. They can't use common sense.
Hey, to be honest with you, watching the Premier League, then it is not common sense in the Premier League anyway.
Yeah, it's just normal. You got to get used to it. You got to get used to it. You got to get used to it. But
common sense is not a thing in the English Premier League, brother. That is correct.
It definitely is not.
Yeah. Anyway, one other guy that got shafted by referees as well this week, but to a smaller degree, because there are no red cards. There is nothing crazy happening in this game like that. And, you're expecting to beat the team. The team beat 13 times at home in a row. You're expecting to make it 14 out of 14. But Eze right here. Eze happened. You get me? Man like Lewis is in the... By the way, guys, I just want to say something before I introduce Lewis. Lewis has been spot on about the Conor Gallagher chants on Twitter and stuff. And now he's actually the one starting them at the bridge. Man like Lewis is in the building. How are you doing, Lewis? Very good.
Wait, what's that? I'm the one starting them now. What? Well, you had me in the first half and then you dropped that. Can't be.
You started a Conor Gallagher chant at the last game.
He did.
Yeah, no. Huh? What do you mean I did? What?
Then you say that you started it, but you were too drunk to remember from Northside's
No,
party?
I said I never heard no Gallagher chants, and maybe I was too drunk to remember.
We can start one right now. If you want.
No, please.
Conor
Gallagher.
Look at his face.
Well, it's good to be back anyway. Big up to everybody. Love the setup as well. W setup. Got the little spinning chair and everything. Very relaxing. And yeah, good to be back. Good to be back.
Reminds me of Inspector Gadget. You know the master in Inspector Gadget?
The what?
You guys ever watch Inspector Gadget? No?
I think
years ago. Gadget, one of your little kids?
Years ago, but I've forgotten everything about it. I'll be sorry.
Let me Google that. Inspector Gadget. Who are you comparing me to?
There's the evil master on the chair.
Wait, what?
You never heard of Inspector Gadget? No?
No, I watched it, but I don't remember anything from that show.
This guy?
Which one?
Oh,
he's sitting on the chair. I'll show you.
Okay, find the picture.
We just need him to shave his head for a bet again.
Find the picture. There you are. I'm no longer putting my hair on the line ever again. I'm good.
Smart.
I've learned my lesson. You get me? So, yeah. And finally, last but not least, everyone's favorite fraud. This guy was having fighting words with me last week. Oh, you better beat us. You better beat us. All the media are against us. All the world are against us. So I know we have hope to beat you at Old Trafford. You get me? Man like Shikh is in the building. Hi, Shikh.
Hello, people. Hello, the chat. This is going to be a long stream, but we're here, man. And but first of all, I never said those things, Osam. I didn't say we're gonna luck our way into a win or anything like that. I never said any of those things, man. I didn't even give my prediction last week because I was having issues. But big
Small.
up, big up, big up, big up, big up, man.
Big up,
I can't wait
sorry.
to get into the Man United section.
Mo
so I can-
Trafford.
So I can tell all these frauds in our fan base the reality of what our football club is. But big up, and great setup by the way. Great setup by the way, Hassam. Your room is making more signings than your club, so fair enough. Big up.
Nice one. Fucking bastard. Big up to you, Matthew. Thank you for the super chat, my brother. Don't worry, we'll deal with that type of stuff tomorrow. Matthew, I got you. I told you I have the video ready. Tomorrow there is certain Billy Ray Cyrus and other people to get cooked as well. Don't worry, Habibi, we're ready. Big up to my guy Ed, who says, everyone make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Does anyone else understand? Does everyone understand the reference on this panel currently or no? Okay. So guys, Vel is the second highest paid designer on YouTube behind Skullthuggery. Let me show you a little bit about Vel's greatness.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
W,
Yeah,
man. That's
nice.
a W.
Yeah, W. Read it properly now.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
He made that for you. Or did you?
Read it.
No,
You-
read it.
He still hasn't got it.
You still haven't got the
Subscribe is spelled wrong.
Subscribe.
It's spelled wrong.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't even check it out.
Make sure
But,
everyone is subscribing to the channel. Subscribe.
To be
Vel.
fair, though, Hussam, the fact that
Subscribe.
Egal couldn't get it, maybe that's a good sign because a lot of people just can't get it right away. Maybe that's a
Nah,
good
I'm
sign.
gonna
Are you doing well? No, fucking L.
It's a good
Just
sign.
L.
You know what I mean? Good sign.
Not well.
You know what that was? That's like one of those pictures, and they're like, "Can you figure out what the issue is?" And
Yeah,
then
find out the error in the picture.
all you see
exactly.
is it's a clock with 3 sticks, and you're like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Vel's checks are getting bounced this month, man, for that post.
Nah, I'm not even gonna tax him for it. It's just Vel's error. Innit? It's typical Vel. Anyway, guys, listen. Already 400 people in here. We ain't even started yet. Please get the likes up. Please subscribe. Let's get to 100 likes, 200 likes ASAP. Big up to Ed and my guy Matthew for the supers. Only one place to start. You get me. The Egyptian King strikes again. Hello, Shikh. Talk to me about the game.
What a piss poor of a performance from our club. Pretty much sums up our whole situation at this moment. That game should tell you about every single problem that we have. We let that bum Luis Diaz score 2 goals. We let him score a header out of everything, man. So it is what it is. The game itself, we can get into it. First 20 minutes, I think we started off. We had a bright spark. Going forward, we're trying to create here and there defensively. Throughout the whole game, I think we did okay. My problems weren't with the defense. My problems were going forward, the midfield. We got absolutely bossed by Gravenberch in that midfield. Kobe Mainu, as much as I rate this guy, and I've been saying Kobe Mainu is the bright spark for us in this team, absolute shit game. Casemiro, oh my goodness, bro. Them mistakes from an experienced player like you as well, it's just unacceptable and it's tough to watch. You make 2 mistakes back to back or like very close and similar mistakes and just foolish mistakes. In that first instance, the first goal, why are you playing the pass first time? Take a touch. You have Mazraoui on your right. You can wait for the wingers to make their runs and then you play the ball. Why are you playing it first time in that situation? Second goal, just no awareness at all. I think he was looking for the foul. I think that's what that challenge kind of looked like. But once he fell over, just you could tell that it's foolish, man. You don't expect players like this to make mistakes like that. One of our more experienced ones too. With that being said, though, I'm not saying Casemiro's finished. I don't think he's like done or whatever like that. I think I blame more of the system. Why is Casemiro our deep line playmaker? Why is Casemiro getting more of the ball? Why is Casemiro trying to release our wingers on the pass? That's problems that I have, but terrible game. Once it went 2-0, heads dropped. We didn't even feel like we wanted to score a goal. Our substitutions made no sense. We bring on Collier in the second half when we should be making attacking substitutions. Amad Diallo, when he came on, looked like our best attacking player yet again. No fucking surprise. Why he benched him after Amad won the Player of the Month and also scored a goal in our last game makes zero sense to me. But this is what I'm trying to get to, people. United fans in the chat. This is the best it's going to get. That lineup that you saw against Liverpool is the best it's going to get. This is what we prepared, spent 200 million this summer for. Ugarte, yes. But does Ugarte massively improve our team, though, Hossam? Does he solve our goal-scoring problems and us going forward? I don't think so. I don't think he does. And you can take out Amad. Like, Amad was also didn't obviously start, and he makes a big difference if he starts. But my whole idea is that this is what you get. This is the best that it's going to get. We have Rashford, who hasn't had a single shot this season. Not on target. A single shot. I saw there was a moment in the game, Hossam, I don't know if you remember this. He could have tried to take on Konate, and he turned backwards, and he played the pass backwards. Again, just sums up Manchester United Football Club in 2024. This is a reality of it, people. Man are trying to tell me we're going to score 80 goals and shit like that. I'm deadass telling you this right now, people in the chat. We're not getting past 50 at this rate if we continue to play this way. Because who's going to score the goals for us? We set chances up for Xerxes on a plate. And I've been on this Xerxes hype or whatever, and I think we need to give him time. And I'm not going to judge him off of one game itself, but you have to be scoring those. Those are clear-cut chances that don't matter when you get it in the game when we were already 3-0 down or 2-0 down, whatever. You have to score those chances. But first half, absolutely dreadful performance. Just in general, was one of the worst performances I've seen in a while. Just nothing, bro. There's no urge to go get a goal from the manager too, and from the players itself as well. Bruno Fernandes, yet again, people want to talk about big games and he doesn't do well in big games. Let's just talk about every game, because what does Bruno Fernandes really do? Mount wasn't there, which saved him, so it saved a lot of the chat. Oh, we played Mount. This is why it was this way and all that. He set up the team that all of us wanted to see in terms of system. He didn't go with the false nine. He went with the striker. We've been asking for Xerxes to start. He started Xerxes. Kabi Menu, Garte wasn't registered until the weekend, so we couldn't play him, of course. But Kabi Menu, Casemiro, Bruno was probably the midfield everyone was asking for. De Ligt started. Mazraoui started. Dalot started. Martinez started. So what more can you say now? What excuses are these people going to make? This is how it's going to be. This is literally how it's going to be for the rest of the season. It's the last season all over again. This is another year. Ten Hag's second year. We've lost 2 games in the first 3 games. And yeah, man, we're selling attackers when we need attackers. We're selling attackers to our rivals who, whether you like it or not, our objective this season was to try to get to the top 4. And we've just sold Sancho, who's arguably one of our best attackers, to a club, a rival, who's also competing for the top 4. And what did we get in return? Nothing. 0. We didn't get no replacement, none of that. So fair enough, man. This is what we get. This is just the hole that we're in, and it sucks to be this way, but it is, man. I told you guys so. The first problem was Ineos keeping Ten Hag, and now we're here talking about it again, discussing it again. So here we go. We move, and then, him coming out after the game, you could tell Ten Hag hates those type of questions as well. Oh, well, what happened to this style of play and this like that? And then he's talking about how, we've won 2 trophies in 2 years. I beat the best of the best, this and that. All right, man. Take the mic away from this guy, seriously. But
nothing to say about Liverpool's brilliance before we get into Man United as well.
Well, this is what I'd say. Yeah, I don't think you guys were brilliant. That's one thing I will say. I think before those 2 goals, we could have easily gone into that half 0-0. Yeah, 100%. After the disallowed goal, what did you guys really create? I think defensively we were fine. It's just those 2 mistakes completely dropped heads, and the game's finished from there. And the second half, you could tell the way that you guys were just, running the ball around and inviting us to play. The game was over when it went 2-0. You guys had nothing else to do in that game. You could tell from how we were playing, we had to go and chase that game. So, yeah, that's all I'll say. I don't think you guys
I can tell Shikh is really upset and stuff. But Liverpool were definitely brilliant in that game, 100%.
Liverpool could have put 7 past you.
We could have scored 6 or 7.
That's on us, though. That's not on Liverpool's brilliance.
With all due respect, then I can apply that logic to everyone. So when we get to the Arsenal-Brighton section, I'm going to say Brighton weren't good. It's because Saka missed a chance and Havertz missed a chance. We cannot do this because mistakes happen in football. One thing I will tell you is the reason why you want to know the real reason why we scored the first 2 goals? The first 2 goals, it's not Luis Diaz and it's not Mo Salah. You know who's the actual reason why we scored both goals? Gravenberch. That's the real reason why we scored both goals. Because you can say Casemiro made an error in terms of pass, but you have to also acknowledge that Gravenberch pressed accurately, pressed properly, pressed the correct spaces, stole the ball, and then started the attack twice. So that, for me, is not something I'm just going to ignore. Liverpool were definitely brilliant. And if Szoboszlai wasn't busy taking selfies in front of the goal, and Mo could have scored as well right after he scored, he could have made it 4 like within like 30 seconds. You know, we had multiple dangerous chances. I think at this point we have to stop acknowledging XG as a real stat, because I have no idea how we had lower XG than you, because it just makes no sense. But for me, I never really truly felt threatened in that game at all, other than the Xerxes header. That's the one chance I could go like, you know what? Fair enough. That's a dangerous chance. But Van Dijk's perfume, like you could smell it in the whole stadium. He didn't have to break a sweat. He was chilling, you know, and it was, to be honest with you, it was a very easy game. And the Liverpool players afterwards said it as well. It was an easy game. Like, I didn't feel threatened at all at any point in time in that game. I didn't feel worried. I didn't feel like Man United could do anything, to be honest with you. And that's also down to one man who I have to give credit to, and that's Arne Slot. Because we can come up here and we can say Mo and Gravenberch and Diaz, but at the end of the day, Arne Slot is the tactician, if you would like, is the reason why we won this game this way.
Fair enough. If that's what you think, I just don't
Did
think...
you watch the video, by the way, Shikh, of him explaining how he targeted United weaknesses?
Yeah. I did see the video, and I liked what he said too. And to be honest, like, I think credit to Liverpool. They took their chances. They made it tough for us. They caused us problems. Credit to them. Do I think they were brilliant though? Still, I don't think they were brilliant. Those 2 goals that you got in the beginning were from Liverpool's press that you guys play every single game anyways. So what, Gravenberch pressed a little bit more and you guys ended up making a mistake out of us. That first goal, I'm blaming Casemiro. Could have easily been avoidable. If you look at that first goal, he had Mazraoui on the right side. You play an easy pass to him. Done. You don't get into that. You don't make that mistake, and all our players are not out of position trying to track back, and the goal doesn't happen. Second goal too, because he picks up the ball where he does pick it up, and this is my whole problem with the system itself. I think the system that we set out was just not well equipped to play against his Liverpool side. If you know that you're going to be pressed in the midfield with the likes of someone like Gravenberch, why is Casemiro picking up the ball? Why is he trying to be our deep line playmaker? Which also, can we all agree, out of Casemiro, Manu, and Bruno, Casemiro is the worst on the ball out of all 3 of them. So why is he picking up the ball in those situations? That's what I'm basically trying to get to. But you guys had a bunch of chances in the second half, and I think that's what just goes back to my whole point where we gave up. The game was over after 2-0. We go into halftime, and I don't know what was talked about by Ten Hag or what coaching instructions he gave, but when you take off Casemiro and you're bringing on Collier, does it really look like you're going to chase his game? It doesn't tell me that, at least. But credit to Liverpool. You guys won 3-0. Solid performance. We're doing rondos at Old Trafford too. Absolutely embarrassing. credit to Liverpool, man. You guys did the job, and like you said, it wasn't tough at all. It wasn't a tough performance. You didn't look threatened at all we didn't look threatened at all in the game because we didn't do anything in the game. We couldn't stick 5 to 6 passes together, bro. And I was complaining to Flawless on the watch along. Shout out to Flawless. I was complaining to Flawless on the watch along every single time, like, yo, when are we going to keep 5 or 6 passes together? And that itself, yeah, man, I don't know what more to say, to be honest. It's very similar to last year. People want to say we're going to score all these goals, man. No one is scoring these goals. Man. No one is. But, yeah.
Egal, Lewis, what do you guys think of the game?
Lewis, go ahead.
I only saw like parts of the second half because I was still coming back from the game. But from what I saw, Liverpool were just bopping United off the park. Midfield looked like an absolute mess. I took a look at you guys' passing structure, and I ain't got a clue what you lot were trying to do. I just see Rashford stuck in an island. The further forward you look up the pitch, the weaker the arrows are, which means there were less passes completed. You guys look like you tried to sit back and tried to press simultaneously at the same time. It actually makes a bit of sense because I saw you lot try to do that against Man City in the derby last season. You lot got an early goal, sat back. Second half, you start pressing for no reason. You give away 3 goals just like that. So I'm not even surprised you guys look clueless because you guys kept that clueless manager. Again, thank the Lord my club didn't. But for you guys, you're in the same position until Ten Hag gets sacked. Hopefully it's after we play you because I need a win at Old Trafford. I'm getting sick to death of going there and losing. But Yeah, United are just still United. That FA Cup wasn't going to change a thing. I think you knew that anyway, but
Yeah.
it's just a mad indictment that Slot's been here 3 games. You can clearly see what he's trying to do, and it's already working. And Ten Hag's been here 3 years, and it still ain't working. He still looks clueless, but these idiot fans wanted to keep him because he won an FA Cup. This is why people shouldn't listen to fucking fans. But yeah, you guys were going to lose anyway. I never thought you were winning from the start.
This is the thing, though, Lewis. This happens all the time. We win a trophy or we get one good performance. You remember how everyone was talking about before this Liverpool game, too? Oh, I think United can go win. This game is one of those type of games where after a tough performance, United always bounce back in a game like this. None of that, man. Let's forget about all that type of stuff. Let's forget about assumptions and all these type of things, because none of this shit's going to happen. The reality is that we are shit. We have a shit manager who is not going to set us up the right way, who doesn't have a correct system till this day in his 3rd season. There's no identity. There's no formula. There's none of that type of shit. And we're in our 3rd season, people. 3rd season. We've only won 6 out of our last combined, this is last season and this season, 17 Premier League games. We've only won 6. And people want to get giddy because Ruud van Nistelrooy is in our club and we're going to score all these goals because Ruud's here. Stop acting like Ruud is going to go be a substitute and is going to start these games, because he's not. Ruud's not going to score any of these goals, man.
Ruud's going to take over.
Ruud's going to take over, and then again, Egal, we're in the same issue again. We're going to go with this new inexperienced manager in Ruud van Nistelrooy. We're going to give him time from the Dutch league. So did Ten Hag, bro. Like, let's just keep it a Doug.
So did Arne Slot. Maybe it's just Ten Hag is delusional and he's a bad manager. And he only was good because Ajax had a good system around him and pretty much put anybody in that system. They might have won the league back then. So Ten Hag's credibility as a manager and as a coach is being questioned because of his performance at Manchester United. What on earth is he doing playing Casemiro anymore? Like, this guy is finished. You can't blame the system. Casemiro is finished. That is the worst first half performance I have seen from a player in a long time. He gave David Luiz's 25 minutes or 45 minutes against Man City a couple of years ago. It's up there with that for me, because he not only gave away 2 goals. He completely was useless for the majority of the game. Hospital passes to players, putting other people under pressure. At this point, we can no longer call Casemiro. We just have to call him boss man or the cashier. We have to call him the sauce man, whatever it is, because at this point he's delivering food for everybody. You need 2 goals, take it. You need a goal. When we needed a goal, he was delivering it to us. He's staying offside. He's not getting back into position. He can't play as a center back no more. He can't play as a defensive midfielder. He doesn't have Modric and Kroos holding his hands to get all those hospital passes anymore. He can't do it. And you know what? He had a decent first year for you guys, but you knew that this guy now is finished, and that's why you got Ugarte. You no longer can play him. And from my opinion, you guys are probably going to have to sell him in the January window and not play him for another game this season.
Just said Galatasaray's in for him.
Yeah, they're saying there's a loan move that we could do by the end. There's 10 more days left.
Play that kid, Collier, play Mainu, play somebody else. Because in my opinion, if you're a Manchester United fan and you're asking for Casemiro to play a game, it better be versus a League One side in the League Cup or the FA Cup, because at this point, he's useless. Next, when it comes to Manchester United, Marcus Rashford is going to probably be the next Arsenal target next summer or something like that, because at this point he's playing himself out of a move, out of your club. He's not even trying. He looks useless on the pitch. He's much better. He's shown that he's better than what he's doing right now. Diallo and Garnacho are not better players than him, but he just doesn't seem interested at times. Like, what did he have the whole game? 30-something touches, 32 touches? Useless, right? Also, let's talk about this guy, Lisandro Martinez. You guys overhyped Lisandro Martinez. He had a good first season, but he's not that guy. He's not this anchor of a defense. He's a good defender. He has a little bit of aggression, but whenever it comes down to these games, an anchor of a defense can kind of calm down the whole team, tell them to chill. There's no excuse of saying he had a bad center back next to him. He had De Ligt for 69 minutes.
I think De Ligt was better, actually, than Martinez.
I'm saying Martinez.
All eyes are on Martinez this season.
One second.
Right.
My point is, you guys, after his first season, you put Martinez in the conversation as one of the best center backs in the league. So if you're going to put yourself in that conversation, I need to see performances replicable to a Van Dijk, replicable to a Saliba, replicable even to a Thiago Silva at Chelsea or Ruben Diaz at Man City. And you want to know something? something? How do you guys continuously get battered by teams? And this amazing center back in Lisandro Martinez, who plays the whole game, by the way, is constantly getting beat. You can't say it's because we have a bad left back. Luke Shaw's not there. The lot is considered highly rated. You can't say it's because we have Harry Maguire next to him. You had De Ligt there for 69 minutes. You can't say it's because our right back is shit. You just signed Mazraoui. So at this point, I'm looking at him as your crown jewel in the defense, and he's looking more like as much as a defensive liability as some of your other center backs you've had.
And Egal, we have to call out the Man United fans as well. You know why?
He's honestly overrated.
I'll say this to Shikh's face. I'll say this to anyone's face. They love to scapegoat. They love to scapegoat. And maybe Sheikh's not done this, but I'm talking generally here. It's always the same shit. It's Bruno's fault. It's Rashford's fault. It's Garnacho's fault. Blah, blah, blah. Lisandro Martinez was shit in that game. Kobe Mainoo was shit in that game. Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and say like, wow, all the others played well, but Bruno was crap. I don't think there is a singular player from the 11 at Man United that played in that game, other than Zirkzee, you could say, because at least he tried. He made an attempt on goal. Other than him, to be honest with you, and Collier is a kid, obviously, so I'd be shameless if I blamed him. But other than that, the rest of the team are all crap. Like, I'll be honest with you, Mainoo was shit, Casemiro was shit, Bruno was shit. And obviously the key difference here is Mainoo is still a youngster. So you cannot say, like, obviously he will have time and all this. I understand that. But in the prism of those 90 minutes, he was shit too.
Bro, I'm not even done, Hussam. There's another guy. They signed Onana as their big goalkeeper signing. The guy's not that good.
That last goal, I don't know what he was. His positioning on that last goal was crazy.
His positioning's been stupid as well.
His positioning in that last goal was crazy.
Can we admit that Onana last season, yes, he was not all at fault for every goal last season, but there is times where you look at simple saves that a goalkeeper can make. He lets through. Yeah. I'm looking. His
positioning was horrendous.
I'm keeping an eye on Onana. I'm not saying he's a fraud, but I'm keeping an eye on him. Because at this moment in time, he's done it before. He's won with other teams like in Italy and over there in Ajax. But I'm keeping an eye on him because is it the Manchester United's defense or is he letting through some savable chances at this point? We need to evaluate that throughout the season and keep an eye on him because last year he got laughed at, but you could argue he was saving them because their defense was shit. This year they're supposed to have a better defense. So my eyes are on two people: Onana, Lisandro, and of course. The attack at Manchester United, we know your attack is not that good. Let's keep it a buck. We know your attack's not that good. When Diallo and Garnacho are week in, week out starters for you in a Premier League team, let's be honest, they wouldn't even start guaranteed week in, week out at West Ham, let alone at Manchester United. I don't highly rate Garnacho or Diallo. I'm not putting them down, but the reality is they're not of the level to you guys to be saying we're a Champions League team, we're the biggest team in the world. No, because you're supposed to be up there with Real Madrid and Barcelona, and you're supposed to be able to recruit some of the best. But you have two academy kids at your right wing that are nowhere near the level of a top Premier League side yet. So I'm not going to criticize all your.
And even Diallo was player of the month, and they dropped him. Egal.
Yeah,
they dropped him.
And then now let's get to before we get to Liverpool. Final thing: Ten Hag. Ten Hag does not know how to manage a game once he's down. When the chips are down, when things are going bad, he doesn't know how to get himself back into it. As much as you guys disrespected Oli and made fun of him for his performances, and sometimes deservedly so, Oli would be able to turn around results. When has Ten Hag ever turned a result around to favor Manchester United? I have not seen him once manage to ever get his team back into a winning position versus a top side. We've seen him lose games and then continue to capitulate. We've seen him lose games and continue to concede 7 goals. We've seen him have an odd comeback here and there versus West Ham or Brighton. But when have we seen him go up against a top side, face a little bit of adversity, and go on to win? It doesn't happen. Manchester United concede the first goal, the game is done. Ten Hag and your team are a bunch of quitters, and they just don't know how to get themselves out of adversity. And in my opinion, this Manchester United team, I gave you guys too much respect coming into the season. I thought you guys had something different this year. So far, you haven't showed any improvement, and maybe I was delusional to think you guys would even get top 4.
Yeah, I said at the start of the season, bro, we're finishing 6th and 7th. That could honestly be worse now, to be honest, because I look at some of these other teams and the way that they play football, much better than us, man. Yeah, much better than us.
And if we're going to start with Liverpool, I'm just going to go on a soliloquy on 2 players. One, we already know who he is, so I'm going to save him for a second. Number 2, respect to Ryan Gravenberch. I did not think this guy was going to improve this much in 1 year. It's still early, but at this moment in time, he's showing that he's made a lot of improvements over a year's time. You didn't sign a DM, but you had Ryan Gravenberch, and he's looking really solid for you guys. So you got to give the kid credit. How old is he now? What is he, 22 years old? Still a lot of room to grow. He can only get better. So as much as people laughed at you not signing Zubimendi, maybe it's a blessing in disguise if Ryan Gravenberch turns into the player that you want him to be. So you got to give Liverpool credit there. I'm going to say Arne Slot. You got to give him credit for getting Liverpool to play the way that they're playing so far, so quickly. 3 games into a new campaign, your defense is looking solid. Robertson, Trent, Van Dijk, Konate, Alisson, the only defense to keep 3 clean sheets to start the season. And then the next guy, can we put this Mo Salah, Eden Hazard comparison to bed? I don't want to hear ever again from anybody to ever compare Eden Hazard to Mo Salah. Mo Salah is so clear of Eden Hazard at this point.
How does this make you feel, Shikh?
It's not even comparable.
Why are you running?
Single-handedly owns your club, by
It's
the
all
way.
good, man. No worries.
Old Trafford is Mo Salah. And it just makes
Old Trafford, that's the new name.
It just makes me laugh.
It's all good, Assam. We're both going to win the same amount.
You know what made me laugh? He doesn't even play it for Manchester United, but he has more goals than at Old Trafford than certain Manchester United attackers. Tell me how he has the same amount of goals as Garnacho, more goals than Højlund, and Højlund plays the whole season at Manchester United, and Mo Salah has more home goals than him. Tell me how he has more goals. Obviously Diallo and those other players, but really and truly, it is embarrassing that you have a player come to your house, your fiercest rival, and every single game he knows he's going to score a goal. It's
kind of like Drogba at the Emirates. I hear you.
And to Liverpool fans, when you gonna? I gotta ask you guys a question. I know Steven Gerrard's your legend and he's your great, but is it time to start having the conversation that Mo Salah is your greatest ever Premier League player?
No. Stevie is number 1.
Why?
Stevie is number 1.
There's a case to say Mo Salah has done. There's a case to say Mo Salah has done as much or maybe even more in a short time.
Here's the thing. When it comes to look, I'll break this down right now. Obviously, Terry tried to start this conversation on the football terrace as well, but I didn't. I didn't fall for it. Tom Little thinks that, I don't. And it's funny because I'm Arab and he's Scouse and he's the guy vouching for Mo. Here's the thing with this Gerrard thing. People need to understand something. Steven Gerrard, for me, is the greatest ever Premier League midfielder I've ever seen. And on top of that, he was there through a dark period for Liverpool Football Club. Like some of the teams that Steven Gerrard played with, if I mention you some of the names, you would just start crying out of laughter because you wouldn't even recognize the players. Some of the names that even like that 04-05, that Champions League alone that we won in Istanbul, in terms of difficulty, is more difficult than anything the Klopp team won, regardless whether it's Mo, Virgil, or whoever, because we're talking about the guy had to come up alone in the final. Dida, Maldini, Nesta, Kaka, Gattuso, Seedorf, Shevchenko, Ballon d'Or Shevchenko. And in that game, he won the penalty, scored the goal that started the comeback. He scored the goals against Olympiacos. Lewis knows all about the Liverpool-Chelsea wars in the 2000s as well, in the late 2000s. Like, when it comes to Steven Gerrard, the thing with him is the following. He was there for 20 years in a dark era for the football club, of which he genuinely carried us. And it shows in terms of the longevity. The guy made 8 Premier League Team of the Seasons. He holds the record. Egal. Remember all the great players you can think of. Henry, Drogba, Lampard, Scholes, Giggs, blah, 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 whoever you want to bring up from your clubs. The guy with the most appearances in the Premier League Team of the Seasons, PFA voted by his peers, is Steven Gerrard. Now, for me, Mo is number 2 in the list. Like, it's not like, with all due respect, listen, all due respect to Virgil, all due respect to Trent, all due respect to Alisson, even to someone like a Xabi Alonso, a Jamie Carragher, whoever it is you want to mention from the old times, but is de facto number 2. But for me, Steven Gerrard still is number 1. Still is number 1 because he was there. Like, when someone is there for you during the dark era and he's your best player, imagine Chelsea and Cole Palmer right now. But Cole Palmer does this for Chelsea for the next 15 years. He might not win a Premier League with Chelsea, but let's say they win a Champions League, let's say 6-7 years from now. And they beat Real Madrid's Mbappe, Tchouameni, Bellingham, and Cole Palmer is the guy. You can't then come and say, Lewis's affinity towards him will be stronger.
UCL pending anyway.
No, but you got what I'm saying. You fraud. I'm doing Cole Palmer prop, and you fucking fucked it with your Conference League prop. You fucking fraud.
I mean, it's technically the UCL.
Have some shame in the product. No, it's not. Don't do that. It's not the UCL.
Oh, is
It's not
that
the
correct?
UCL.
Okay.
Oh my god, what have I done? I should have used a different
Okay.
club example. Should have used a
So-
different club example. I'm not gonna share screen anything you share. You can hold that. I'm not gonna share it.
Bring it
I
up.
refuse. I refuse. I
You
am
don't
not
wanna
gonna
see the
call the
truth.
Conference League the UCL. You fraud.
You don't want to see the truth just because I'm bringing factual evidence.
It's not the UCL, Lewis.
Bring up the share screen then. Bring up the share screen. There you are. What does UEFA.com say? There you are. What does Wikipedia say?
Yeah, it says UEFA Conference League.
UCL.
Yes.
What do you
How's
think that
that
means?
UCL?
It's the UCL, the UEFA Conference League.
And so what's the
UCL.
Champions League then?
That's a
UEFA
UCL
Champions League.
too.
Oh, okay. So Champions League equal Conference League now.
No, they're both
I
UCL.
rate
That's
this
all
one,
I'm
Lewis.
saying.
I rate
You're
it.
so fraudulent.
I rate it though. I
They
rate
come
it.
with
So
facts.
fraudulent.
That's all. It's
You're
factual
so
evidence.
fraudulent. But the point is, now back to the fact, Gerrard was there during a rough era. It's like Palmer now doing it for the next 10 years and then winning a UCL with a crap Chelsea team. It's different. Like winning the actual UCL, Lewis, with a crap Chelsea team.
The OG one. The OG one.
Yeah, the real one.
Okay, but Lewis, can you concede that Hazard is nowhere near Salah now?
What do you mean, bro? Are we really going to do Hazard v Salah again, bruv?
It's international break. It's only
Can
right.
like consistency,
Right.
longevity, Premier League? I'm sorry.
Well, we say Hazard doesn't have longevity. He's
didn't
been
have
doing it
longevity.
since 2009.
Premier League, I said.
Hazard
Well,
doesn't
Salah,
get it.
Salah's been here for more
Hazard
years
doesn't
now.
get into Premier League team
8
of the
years.
Hazard doesn't get into
Yeah,
Premier
he
League.
does. He gets in that
11.
left wing. He gets in that left wing.
No, Ronaldo does.
No,
No, he
Ronaldo
doesn't. Ronaldo played primarily on the right wing, so he can beef with Salah. I'm taking the left.
That's true. He did primarily play on the right wing.
You
Right,
are
so
the
I've got the
biggest
left wing. You
Sheikh,
guys
you
can
are
beef
a
on the
twerker.
right side. I'm chill.
Even
Sheikh, you're
on,
the biggest You know why Sheikh is twerking? Is this picture hurt him? That's why. Look at this.
No, it didn't.
The
It didn't
club
hurt
and
him,
its
man.
owner right
didn't.
there. The club and its owner. Have some shame. Have some
didn't hurt
shame
him, man.
and decorum. The thing is with
I'm not even
Hazard-
saying that. Like Salah's more than elite, bro. I'm not even trying to slander him, but bro, like they're at the point where we can't be bothered for it. Like Salah, incredible goal scorer. Hazard, incredible playmaker. That's it.
Yes, and I'm saying this. Look, for me, I feel like people.
wait, why are
don't
we
come
acting
up-
like Salah doesn't create chances also?
No,
Why are we
it's
acting like Hazard don't score goals?
Hazard
No,
don't score
both ways.
anywhere near the level of goals as Mo Salah.
Yeah, because he's a playmaker.
No, but Hazard, has he had more than 120 goal season in the Premier League?
Not too sure. I don't think so. No.
I don't think Mo Salah has had less than like 15 goals ever since he came back. to
19
Liverpool.
goals. This is
Salah's the
lowest.
better goal scorer. I ain't gonna try beef with him on that.
What about
Same way
assists?
Salah just wouldn't be
He
beefing
probably
with Hazard
averaged
on
more assists.
translation.
He probably averaged more assists than Hazard also on a regular.
Mo
Maybe,
Salah-
but that's because he's been surrounded by better players who'd bury those chances. He's had William,
got excuses for
Maresca,
everything, yeah?
Higuain. What?
You got excuses for every reason why Hazard isn't getting
There's
better.
an
Are you
excuse
sure you wanna go
for
down-
something
Are you
can't
sure
argue.
you want to go down that route of surrounded by better players? Because there's a certain player that wears the number 8 for Chelsea Football Club.
Bro,
that
how
you have
many
to
times
admit?
have I told you I'm
Allah.
willing to concede that argument?
Uno reverse.
Yo,
Uno
by the way,
reverse.
Fam,
By the way-
you've given me that reverse 10 times. I've said I will concede that to stick with my Hazard take.
Fair
I'm
enough.
yo,
fine
by
with
the
that.
way,
I
Hazard's a better playmaker, but
There we
he hasn't broken 10 assists more than one season in his Premier League career. Where Mo
Again,
Salah's done that.
Again,
1, 2,
because
3,
you'll have
4,
seasons
5.
like
Seasons, 10 plus
you'll have
assists.
seasons like 17, 18 where he'll create 88 chances and get 4 assists because it's Willian and Morata.
Okay. Why
Meanwhile,
doesn't he
Salah's
just-
making chances for Firmino, for Mane, much better forwards.
By the way, Firmino was called a bad finisher by everyone when he was playing.
No,
Let's
Firmino,
not
Firmino
rewrite
was
history.
a good finisher. Firmino was.
Let's
a good
not
finisher.
rewrite history.
And
No,
even then,
he
if
was
they're
not.
going to judge Firmino solely on finishing,
Firmino was
then
called a
that's all about
defensive
them.
striker.
Definitely not a good finisher.
Bro,
And by the way,
can we admit,
okay,
one second.
Egal.
Mo Salah last year got 10 assists. You cannot tell me that Diaz, all these other players besides Jota,
Nunez,
any of them are
Gakpo.
good finishers.
I mean, at the worst, they're the same level of Morata and William, but they were probably even worse in
bro,
17, 18.
Lewis, there's
Well,
no
that's the
way
Liverpool team that finished third when I'm comparing it to a Chelsea
Lewis,
team that finished fifth.
Lewis, Mo Salah.
They finished below that
Mo
Liverpool
Salah-
team in that era
Mo
too.
Salah has double-digit assists in the Premier League for I think it's 5 out of all of the seasons he's been at Liverpool.
5 years in a row.
And
Hazard
that
doesn't
is
have
great.
a single season besides his last season at Chelsea where he finished out with more than 10 assists.
That's
The
great
one
and everything,
season,
but that
which
doesn't
was the
change my
final
points.
season.
That don't change my points because he's been
But
surrounded
how is
by
he a
better
better
players
creator
the
if he's not
entire
even
time.
Then it comes down to the quality of chances he's creating. They might not be as good.
Well, they were good.
Because
They
if
were
you're
good.
creating all these chances, there's a difference.
Because
between
I remember
creating a
watching
chance.
Eden Hazard, and 9 times out of 10, I was never annoyed with his performances.
I'm not saying you're annoyed. I'm just saying Mo Salah is a better statistical player, both in assists and in goals.
Nice. Football's 50% stats, 50% eye test. Eden Hazard to me is a
And you
much
know
better
something?
playmaker.
The eye test tells me that Eden Hazard is beautiful on the ball, all these other things, but Mo Salah is more effective. Effectiveness is important also.
So we're reducing Hazard to an aesthetics merchant. Is this really what we're doing?
Hazard is a nostalgia right now. Let's be honest.
Oh,
He's nowhere near Mo Salah.
Yeah, sure.
Let me be honest about this whole conversation. Look, the reason why for me Mo is better than Hazard is the last 3 years, and I'll tell you why. Mo, before, everyone that called Mo only a goal scorer was right, but over the last 3 years, even you guys can appreciate now, the guy now creates unbelievable chances for his teammates. Even last season, forget Liverpool, he had the most big chances, not chances, because chances created, everyone knows is a Fugazi stat. That is just you pass to someone and he shoots, chance created. So forget that chance. Big chances created in the league last season. You can go check it on the Premier League website. Number 1 in the whole league is Mo. So for me, maybe the version of Salah from like 4 years ago, we could say, you know what? He's a goal scorer, pace and power, Klopp system, blah, blah, blah. The fact that he has the most big chances created in the league, by the way, even right now, I think he's number 1 in big chances created in the league, shows me that he has improved massively in terms of being a playmaker. So for me, I look at him and I just think he has developed now to a stage where I'm no longer looking at Mo and thinking I want him to run past the left back and score a goal and do all this. He's actually become such an incredible creator. Like, I'll put it this way. 17, 18 Mo, when he first walked in compared to now, this version of Mo is the playmaker Mo as well. So I'd say Mo currently is closer to Hazard's playmaking than Hazard is to Mo's goal scoring. And I think that's the fairest way to put it. And for me, Hazard is a top 3 Premier League winger. I think he's in the league with Mo. He's in the league with Ronaldo. So I'm not going to reduce him to an aesthetics merchant, Egal, because I think you're taking that too far. Because aesthetics merchant, with all due respect, is like Joao Felix, Hatem Ben Arfa, these type of players. That was not Hazard. Hazard is unbelievable. He's an unbelievable footballer. He's an unbelievable player. And when I put him third, I'm not disrespecting him at all. Like because we could go over the top and I could start saying Riyad Mahrez is better than Eden Hazard. This guy is better than Eden Hazard. I'm not saying that at all. I just think the last 3 years, in terms of how Mo has developed his playmaking gene, like just become so much better at creating for teammates, is the reason why I put him above Hazard. And the thing that works against Hazard had the worst season out of any superstar player in Premier League ever. The year where Chelsea finished 10th and he had like 3 goals, 3 assists, that was one of the worst seasons we've seen.
Yeah,
from
but context in, he was out for half the season and played with a hip injury for like another third.
No, I agree with you, but I'm saying in terms of superstar, like elite level talent, history, that was a very bad season. So that I'm being honest with you, I've never broken down as fairly as this. No agenda, no nothing, and the last 3 years, Mo's development into a playmaker is the reason why. Like now, I think Hazard's playmaking is A star. Okay, I think Mo Salah's goal scoring is A star. I think Hazard's goal scoring is B plus, but I think Mo's playmaking is A. So I think he's just closer.
I-
in terms of playmaking.
I'd argue Hazard's finishing is A. It's just he doesn't really go for it enough because he's just got a playmaker's mindset. Like, if we're doing stats, I remember seeing stats around his time in the mid-2010s, and he was actually very clinical in the box. He never really missed chances like that. It's just, again, as a playmaker, you don't really go for it. Especially with a player of his qualities, he can play around the final third, he can play deeper in the midfield third, and he'll still dominate the entire pitch. So we're asking him to do a lot. And ultimately what it comes down to is we rested on our laurels having Eden Hazard, and we just let ourselves rely on him for years, which is part of the reason why we stagnated so much over the last 7. It drove me insane. If Eden Hazard was if we actually put better players around him in his last few years, I promise you the narrative around him would be so much more different. But that's down to our stupidity at the time. Those transfer windows drove me insane.
You know
But
what?
Lewis, here's the thing. Last year, everything
Let me
that you
just say
just
one
said
thing.
about
I agree with
Hazard,
him.
Egal, 1 second. Because everything he just said about Hazard, this is my point, right? Everything that you just said about Hazard applies to Mo last year. Because Nunes, Diaz, and these guys are performing just as badly as Morata and etc. And Mo was creating them the chances last season, and they were missing it. Factually speaking, if they scored the tap-ins, Mo would have won the playmaker award. So like they literally robbed him from a playmaker award. So
They robbed
I
him
do
of 4
sympathize
goals.
with you. You are right. They do need better players around them and strikers and stuff like this. The 2 chances, we're sitting here going like, Mo Salah has 3 GA at Old Trafford. Okay. The header. Last season, Diaz would have missed that. And the shot that he scored, the second goal, Diaz wouldn't have scored that last season. And we're sat here going like, oh, 1-0 to Liverpool. Mo Salah scored the goal from a Mainu mistake.
That's why Salah never really held a lot of smoke last season. Same way when we were 5th and everything, Hazard wasn't holding too much stick. Because
Wait,
just to crack around.
Hazard got killed the year when he basically stopped playing football under Jose.
You're talking about the 1 year where he was out, and even then,
that was the
half
bad year I was
injury, a
referring to,
third,
Egal.
That was
with a hip
15,
injury
16?
too. Yep. Half of our tapped fan base wanted him out, and they were blaming him for Mourinho being sacked when he was the one who's being played injured half the time. The only thing that Hazard did wrong was that he came back to preseason overweight. But even then, Hazard came back to every preseason overweight. That was his thing. He didn't care.
You know something? Hazard's impact in the game was not solely on his output. I'll give you credit to that. Obviously, his impact in the game throughout the 90 minutes was much more than just his output. But when you compare him to some of the best wingers in Premier League history, his numbers don't stack up. Simple as.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, that becomes a number. If we do that, like, Willian has more Champions League goals than Ronaldinho, I think. So numbers ain't
I'm just saying.
When we compare
Eden Hazard's goals and assists to a Mo Salah, or even to somebody else right now, like even Mane recently, those players have much more.
Hazard's better than Mane. I'll be honest.
No, I'm not saying Hazard's not. I'm just saying Mo Salah Eden Hazard. The one thing that will always let him down is because even though he was one of the best players at Chelsea and he was winning league titles, his numbers really never stood out.
Yeah, it's because he was too selfless and we over-relied on him too much. It's basically what it came down to.
The one thing missing from Mo, and I'll just say this, not for me, because I never used trophies in any debate. I could have ended this whole debate with a trophy. Went like, by the way, Mo won a Champions League with Liverpool. Hazard didn't win a Champions League, but I don't care about that. It's not about that. But I'm
ashamed
saying
to say you did.
No, I really never use trophies in any debate because I think that's pointless. People played with different players, different teams, different systems, different managers. So I don't like to do that. So the one thing I will say is I do sympathize in terms of Hazard in his whole time at Chelsea. I'd say played with like probably 2 good strikers at a stretch 3. But a lot of the times he didn't really have players around them with goals to score and stuff like that. So listen, the thing against Salah right now, like why Shikh can say Ronaldo's number 1 is the fact that Ronaldo as well won a Ballon d'Or. Now, the reason why Salah won't win a Ballon d'Or is our owners, is our transfers, is because we're not surrounding him with players good enough to win the league. You guys, without being shameless, Mo Salah in a Prism is good enough to win a league title. Like if we're saying as a right winger, as a player, he is good enough.
Yes.
The issue is the rest of them. Like, if you want me to be honest, can Liverpool win the league this season? Yes, but the percentage chance of it happening is like 5%, 4%, 3%. Why? Because I need 100 caveats. Like, Egal's caveat is we need to keep Saka fit, Odegaard fit, and we need Havertz to be clinical. The City caveats are: we need Rodri to be fit, we need Haaland to be fit, and we need, I don't know, like whoever. That's it. That's it for them. I'd say those two, they need them to be fit because they have won a league title without Kevin De Bruyne in the past. For us, we have to keep Salah fit. We have to keep Virgil fit. We have to keep Alisson fit. We have to make sure that Gravenberg and McAllister, none of them gets injured. Diaz and Nunes need to learn how to score goals. There is so much that need to happen for us to win a league title. Like, we'd be the team that if Arsenal fell off a cliff and City fell off a cliff, we'd win the league type shit. That's the only way I can look at it personally. So for me, this is the stuff that works against him, because 15 years from now, if we're ever having this conversation, inshallah, happy, safe, and healthy, someone will come tell me, Mo Salah only has 1 league title in 9 years, blah, 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 which is true, but it's not really his fault. Same way, Hazard has 2 league titles, but it's not his fault. Same way, Gerrard has
Same
no
way,
league titles.
if people try to talk about Phil Foden, they're going to mention all the league titles when he barely played.
Yeah, but that's why I never mentioned trophies, Egal. Why should I mention trophies? Why should I talk about trophies? Because that makes all this conversation basic, bitch. You know why? If we make an all-time 11 based on that logic, it'll be Shikh 11. Everyone just shut the hell up then. Khalas.
No,
Man United
I
players.
would love that. I would love that.
No,
I'm
I'm being
used to-
serious. Man United players from start to finish.
Yep.
No one gets in. It's pointless. Like, it's
Whole
actually
class of
pointless.
92s in there.
Mhm.
Even our treble, yeah, trebles team, yeah.
All of them.
2008.
Neville, Schmeichel,
Nicky Butt.
Beckham.
I
Giggs.
don't know if we're going to
I'll
talk
even
about the
put
City
Owen
game.
Hargreaves in
I don't know if
there.
we're going to talk about the City game, but Haaland, if he continues at this rate, he could be the greatest.
Yeah, but he won't. They will eventually slow down. And we're not going to talk about the City game because we care about our viewers, and that's not a club people care about. So let me
Facts.
read the super chats before we carry on with this conversation, because there's a certain guy trying to duck the Chelsea conversation. But big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. All these guys' channels is in the description as well. Hit the like button. 700 people in here. Yahi. Let's get 300 likes. You fucking frauds. Every episode, hit the like button. It's free, you frauds. Even Luis Diaz has become clinical. I can't wait for the Colombian guy. He said he'll drop the episode today night. I'm fucking waiting for it.
Oh,
Wait,
Yes,
you
brother.
guys, you speak to him now.
Oh, dear.
No, he's
you
like,
gotta
you know what
follow
he
this
said?
chat.
I sent it to my brother because my brother speaks Spanish. My brother speaks Spanish and Catalan. He speaks both. I sent him the thing. I'm like, yo, can you translate what he said? And he's like, he made a preview video specifically about you, Hussam, and he mentioned that you mentioned him during the celebration. Because in the first goal, I was like, clip me up, you bald Colombian now. We need more of this. So I'm like, I mentioned him. I cannot wait, man. I cannot wait. Big up to Wouter. Big up Wouty. He says, big up everyone. I'm really happy with my real Dutch manager. But why is it that Liverpool let him answer the questions like contracts? I think that's not fair for Slot. Richard need to come and explain. And I don't think that's fair on Maresca. And I don't think that's fair on many managers. And I've said this during the summer. And I defended the managers. And I said, listen, from now on, put Win Stanley in front of the press conference. Put Iqbal in front of the press conference. Put Richard Hughes in front of the press conference. Put Michael Edwards in front of the press conference. Why the fuck are you letting the head coaches answer for the other people's crimes? It ain't their fault. I'm not trying to see Arne Slot talk about Mo's contract. You know who should be talking about that? Richard Hughes, the fucking Bournemouth virgin twat. I want to slap the fuck out of him. I can't stand that motherfucker. These three need to sign contracts. Mo come out publicly and said they haven't even spoken to me. The audacity of you motherfuckers to not even give him a contract. Pathetic. Disgrace, honestly. And by the way, one guy in the chat earlier on was like, there is a reason why Hazard was wanted by Real Madrid. So you think if Mo's available on a free, Madrid won't come in for him? All their three forwards are not wingers.
Yeah, the reason why man ain't gone for Salah is he's just been too comfortable there.
Yeah.
Bro, if I was Liverpool, I would have said, yo, send us Rodrigo, take Salah.
It's not going to happen, though. It's not going to happen.
1 year
Egal,
left
I know
in
my
it.
level. I'm not Rodrigo level team. I'm Chiesa level team. Fact, United Hotel has a portrait of their owner, Salah. One more time, Sheikh. Tell me your live reaction. Just move a little bit. Why are you shy, Habibi? Move a little bit. Move your head to the right.
I'm not going to lie. That's
tired,
rude.
man.
That's rude.
I can't lie to you. That's a cool selfie. We have to be honest. That's a cool selfie. Matt just took a selfie with the crest. Like, yep, I
I'd
own
like
you
one
guys.
of our players to do that, but we have to win there first.
Yeah, none of our players are doing that anytime. They're not even doing that at
Cole
Old
Palmer's
Trafford.
not going to do that. He's a former Man United fan.
Noni
Who?
can do it or something.
Soon,
Oh,
Cole Palmer.
Sancho.
Soon, Cole Palmer will
Sancho.
save us.
There we go. Oh, he
So
can't
Yeah,
even
oh
play.
yeah, if Sancho's he can't play against
Sancho.
him.
Oh
He
my
buys
God,
him.
Ah,
that
he
would be
can still
such
take a
shithousery.
photo. He can take a photo.
Oh, that would be
Come up
shithousery
with
for
the gang.
ages.
hey,
That
luckily
would
he
be
can't play
shithousery.
against us this season, but next
He,
season.
Nah,
hey,
but
he can still
Arne Slot
travel.
is
He can
proving
still
you
travel.
wrong, Hussam.
Sheikh, you know, when do you guys play each other?
Soon.
November
week.
9th, I think.
Oh,
No, 2nd of November.
let's go. It's actually closer than I think. Wait, so it's like 2 months away. This is beautiful.
Yeah, and we got
But let's do
Arsenal the
the
week
Chelsea
after.
section before this guy runs away.
Yeah, we will.
I'm not running. I'm relatively chill about the game. Yeah, cool.
We're gonna do the
Yeah,
super
November
chats now,
2nd.
and we'll carry on. Then we'll get to the Chelsea section. Hussam, you fraud! Imagine we got Jose instead of Slot. Here's the thing: I've given Slot praise, but the one thing you need to understand, Mo, is I never go over the top. And it's funny because people come tell me you don't go over the top because you don't want to get cooked. Do you know who I am? You know I shaved my head in front of 2,000 people. You know I was ranting about Zubimendi in front of 30,000 people. Don't tell me I do this stuff to hide or anything. I don't hide. I genuinely state my honest opinions. When it comes to Arne Slot, he's done fantastically well so far, but we're 3 games into the season. Relax, breathe. How nice is it to not concede the first goal all the time, and how our defense exposed all the time? Slot ball greater than worst club ball in the last 2 years.
After
Funnily
3
enough-
games, after 3 games is great.
Yes, funnily enough, we came to Old Trafford last season and we didn't concede the first goal. We actually didn't concede the first goal against Man United in any of the games we played against them last season. You need to, if you want to do slot prop, Ryan, that's fine, but do not do slot prop and disrespect Jurgen Klopp. Ever. Calafiori is good, but defense was already good. Moreno is the bank average and Sterling been washed for years. Gap between City and Arsenal has gotten bigger. We'll talk about this, Ryan, when we get to the Arsenal section, so stick around. We have to do
Ryan's
Chelsea.
such a flip-flop. 2 weeks from now, he's going to say, oh my God, Moreno's amazing! And
Now he's gonna
Calafiori-
say, yeah, Arsenal gonna win the league
That's what he's gonna
after
do.
1
So
game. And
you
shit like that,
flip-flop.
yeah.
Ryan, I don't want to hear it. You flip-flop. Next week,
100%.
we're going to hear you saying, Raheem Sterling, oh my God, I can't believe he's going to start for you. That's
Yeah,
the
Ryan
thing.
is
We should
a
have got
flip-flop.
Raheem
All 4 of
Sterling.
us
We
know
should have
this.
got Mikel Moreno.
Don't
We should have got
flip-flop.
this. Oh my God.
Big up to Go Pal, sends in a super chat. Big up to Kingsley, says, are we forgetting what Hazard won at Lille at the age of 17, 18?
True.
No one's forgetting, but we're simply talking about Premier League, Kingsley.
And what year are we in today?
2024, but he's
Eden
only bringing that up because we had longevity get brought in earlier. Like Hazard had longevity beyond Chelsea. That was the point.
Mo Salah has had single seasons that are
Not
that are
beyond Chelsea,
way
you mean
better.
before.
Way better than
Yeah,
Eden Hazard's
before
best
Chelsea.
season at Chelsea.
Beyond would be Real Madrid.
From
which
numbers.
One
Yeah,
second.
yeah.
I think Mo
you
Salah
lose
has
that
had-
debate directly. Bring
arguably,
that up.
Mo Salah has had 4 seasons.
All
that
right,
are-
2 La Ligas, Champions League. We'll take it.
I think he has 4 seasons that are much better than anything Eden Hazard ever produced in the Premier League.
Wait, say that again.
I think Mo Salah, you could say 4 out of Mo Salah's 7 or 8 years that he's been at Liverpool are better than any heights that Eden Hazard hit in the Premier League.
Probably from a numerical sense, maybe.
Based
But
on
that's
his
it.
performances in the league and the Champions League.
What do you
Don't
mean? I
forget,
think Hazard still has the most man of the matches in Prem history, and he's been gone for 5 years.
that's not even possible compared to what Mo Salah has done in the last couple of years. I think this at this
Well,
point
let
that
me
has to be a
check,
fake
'cause I'm
stat.
sure Salah hasn't
That
got the
has to
same
be a
amount.
fake
Didn't
stat.
KDB overtake Hazard last year, I swear?
Yeah, that has
Oh,
to be a fake
I
stat.
would hope so, because he's had that for a minute.
Had to gate crash. Done. No points deduction for Leicester. Hold that. Premier League. Back to sleep for me. Like the video frauds. Big up to
Oh,
Oh,
Jay.
no,
you guys
Kane
will get relegated.
beat him in 2023.
Yeah.
Hopefully Leicester don't get relegated. I don't mind this.
Yeah, I don't mind Leicester either, JB. You get me. And you're my favorite truck driver. So big up for you, JB. This guy always
Yes.
watches our streams as he's driving around the country. You get me. Big up to you,
Big
JB, man. Big up to Maverick, who says, Hussam, great to see you in your new studio, bro. Deserved. Thank you, Maverick. I appreciate you, my brother.
There you go.
Love for the love. Big up Richard Hughes for not doing panic signings like Ederson Ugarte, like some of our fans wanted. My director of football, we will go back in for Zubimendi. Okay, we will see
Just
what
to
happens.
reject
Ryan,
you
what are you
again.
doing?
Just to reject you again. But yeah,
Ryan,
we will
what are you doing? Why are you lying to yourself? This is the biggest
He's so
hoax.
weird. Honestly, he's
Yeah.
actually
it's just
genuinely weird.
new stuff
Yeah.
every single week.
He
I
went
don't
from-
understand
he went
what his
from being
points
pissed
are.
off saying our team is not even going to get top
Exactly.
4 to now saying we'll go back in for Zubimendi. What a flip-flop.
It's just so weird.
Just because
It's just so
you
weird.
guys beat United at Old Trafford, Arne Slot.
So why are you always flip-flopping today, man?
You know, man.
You know, Sheikh, you know, you want to know that he's like, you guys, will indirectly cook me because of the stupid shit that he says. Like,
Yeah.
because I can't
Sure
be
fan
asked,
base.
honestly. Can't be asked. Like, please go on Sarcasm City TV after the game when we lose and go cook his ass. Leave me alone because it
You
has
know what he
nothing
needs
to
to
do with
do?
it.
He needs to go.
Bro, I'm staying grounded, and this guy's just doing too much as per usual. Yahi. How can you say my director of football when he wanted to extend Adrian? Trent
One
hasn't
signing.
extended.
One
Mo
signing.
hasn't extended. Virgil hasn't extended. We failed the Zubimendi signing, and we signed Federico Chiesa with no legs. And you're like my director of football. Shut the hell up, Ryan. You're
Bro,
such a
he needs to watch Keys to VIP and get some better pickup lines.
honestly, man.
My director of football, you know, that's great.
That's wild. That's wild. My
There's
director
two
of football.
super chats addressing you, Egal. First super chat, big up to all three except Madrid 11 is what Shravan says, so that's addresses you. And
Madrid
then
11?
wait for it. Chelsea FC Enjoyer says, let's see Egal, Arsenal, Madrid combine 11 again.
I said it, I apologize for that, and that won't happen again. As for next week, we will be doing a Tottenham Arsenal combined 11, and I don't think there's going to be many Tottenham players in that.
Yeah, but that's not his question. Can you answer his question, please?
As for Arsenal Madrid, it's all Madrid. They won the Champions League. Forget it.
I
do like
disagree.
Arsenal, PSG, Arsenal, Inter.
Besides
combined
Saliba,
11,
I think
when you guys
Saliba
play
gets
them.
in any team in the world, and Saka maybe over Rodrigo. That's it. Declan Rice, no.
I
Oh, yeah,
think
that's it.
Saliba.
Saka.
I think Saliba and Saka. Yes.
Yeah.
I think
I think Saliba gets into every team in the world. I don't think there's a team he doesn't get into.
Yes.
I don't know about Saka too. I'm not gonna lie. I think Rodrigo's better.
Yeah, but when we say Rodrigo, with all due respect, Rodrigo's a level like they're on the same level. Like he's
No,
not finished.
Rodrigo's a level below Saka.
No. Now you're doing
Really?
too much.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
No.
Oh man, I don't know.
No,
I think
Egal.
Rodrigo's better.
No.
He offers much more to
Understand.
the team than
Who's
Saka.
the top 5 forwards in the world right now? Wingers, like wingers.
No. Just
Vinicius?
right wingers.
Vinny.
Just right wingers.
No. Forget right wingers because you have to
Just
wingers.
right wingers. It's Salah, Saka. Who else is on the
When you
right?
say right wingers, you change the conversation because Vinicius, Mbappe, you've
No,
got
just
Mo.
right wingers.
No, but for me, Vinicius, Mbappe, and Mo. Am I forgetting
Vinicius,
any other?
Mbappe,
No.
Mo.
Those
Saka.
three for me. No, those three for me are in a league of their own. That's
Okay.
like elite A-star tier. Vinny, Mbappe, Mo. For me,
Okay.
I think those three are like elite tier.
I
And
know,
then
but
after that,
Saka's-
Saka,
but Saka's a
Rodrigo.
level above Leal and Rashford. You know what I mean?
Of course, but Rodrigo's not Leao and Rashford level. Rodrigo is similar to Saka level. But I'm
Yeah,
taking
don't
Saka
even
over.
put Rashford into this conversation.
Yeah,
That's one
Rashford
thing I
and
will
Leao,
say.
no.
He doesn't need to be in this conversation. But
Hey.
nah, man, Rodrigo over Saka for sure. 100%.
Yeah, Rashford
I'm
is
just
like
saying,
with Cole Palmer and these guys. Big up to Ghost, who says Sterling will have 15 plus GA. Mark my words.
I wouldn't be surprised by that.
possibility. It's a possibility.
I back that. I think if Sterling does well at Arsenal, you'll definitely see more than 15 GA.
I hear it. It's a possibility.
15G, I'm not sure about because I don't know if he's going to be like an out-and-out starter for you guys, but I do think he'll have moments.
He
I think
could
he'll be
work
a
his
good.
way into the
I
left
think he'll go
wing.
score goals for
He
sure.
could
Hey,
start on
listen,
the left
back
wing.
post
Yeah.
happens. Back post
Like
happens.
banter aside, I
Back
actually
po-
think
back
Sterling will
post-
be decent
yeah,
for you. Off
back
the
post
bench.
happens. I agree.
Lewis,
with
you-
Bro,
you
by the way,
probably
people
have
think I'm
Chelsea fans that
joking.
are on
Bro,
the low
back post happens
annoyed.
alone. He'll score like 6.
No, I agree. That's a lot of his goals at City too. When you
There you
put good
Literally,
players
back
around him.
post happens. Saka
he'll
cross,
perform.
Tappen, Sterling. That's
Yeah.
it.
This could be Jorginho.
In the box, Sterling is very good.
Havertz 2.0.
Yeah, I still think Havertz was a great transfer, but Jorginho I was annoyed about from the start. Sterling, I just think he'll give you some moments. I still think he'll ultimately be frustrating for you, but he can get you something. Just how many chances does he need?
You know what I think the fairest way to answer this? I think 15G is possible if you say all comps.
Yes,
That's possible.
I
agree.
Like Carabao Cup, FA Cup,
I agree,
etc.
yeah.
It's possible.
In the league, that's difficult.
Yeah. Ryan is my director of football, DOF, director of flip-flop is what Matter said. Bro, this guy's energy genuinely changes as the weather changes. Like, he'll come here. Liverpool are doing well now, right? As soon as Liverpool are doing crap, Szoboszlai is shit. Arne Slot doesn't know what he's doing.
Hassan, I told you so. Hassan, I told you so.
This guy congratulated me numerous times last year, and then numerous times told me, go shove it. Liverpool going to win it all.
Egal,
Yeah.
let Arsenal beat like a big team, and then he'll come into your DMs telling you that you're winning the league.
Yeah, you're
That's
winning.
what
this.
Arsenal are a big team, and we're better than you right now. So put some respect on our name, bro.
Old. Genuine challenge to Ryan. I openly challenge you to bare knuckle one-on-one street fight. Money goes to charity. Be a man and say yes. I live in Birmingham. I'll drive to where you live, you rat. And I will second on that challenge, Ryan.
Why
When
is
I come
Total
to the
Eclipse
UK
so rude?
When I come
That's
to the
crazy,
UK,
man.
Total Eclipse is not rude. Total Eclipse will send a
That's a
50
bare
pound
knuckle
right
too,
now,
bro.
shitting on Ryan. He doesn't
This
care.
is crazy.
Total Eclipse is him. He just
I said
he
no
just hates that.
protection, bro. Full knuckles.
Let me
and
say
everything.
this to this Ryan guy. When I come to the UK, I'll set up MMA fight with me. And I will, every single penny we make from that, I will donate to charity. All of them. We'll send it to the children in Gaza. All of them. But I just want to punish you the same way Khabib
Shotgun
did.
commentary.
You got it. I just want to punish you the way Khabib did. You and Flawless. It has to
I
be.
want to be on the undercard.
Flawless too.
I have to, it has to be someone like I want to just genuinely. It's gonna be like, you guys remember the Khabib versus Michael Johnson fight where he's like, I have to fight for the title, just fucking mounting him. That'll be me. Like I could finish Ryan honestly in probably 30 seconds.
Or it's like the
I'm not even
McGregor
saying-
fight. Talk
Wait,
now.
how tall are
Talk
you?
now. You know, talk now.
Pause.
Who's winning the league? While
How tall
Hassan's
are you?
hitting him, while
I'm
Hassan's like
6'1".
punching him, he's like, "Who's winning?"
Yeah,
the
bro,
league?
it's not fair.
Who's
The
winning
man's
the
like 5'8".
Since when are fights won by height, brother? It has nothing to do with height.
Height, weight difference, you're different classes.
Facts.
Hey, look
facts.
at Mayweather,
You
bro.
think
He's
I
like
care about
short
the
as
money?
shit.
I'd punch the
Yeah.
fuck out of him for free, bro. I can't stand that motherfucker. I want to fight him, bro. I want to fucking fight him right now, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
Lewis, where's minerals?
come on, man.
Oh.
Undercard.
Nah, hopefully that does happen. That does not happen to Ryan though. Like actually, like I hope nobody just goes up. He's walking around in the street and someone just says
Just be
something to him
mounting him,
crazy.
just going like, pow,
Yeah,
pow,
yeah, yeah.
pow. Talk now. Talk about
Yeah,
McAllister
Talk now.
Say,
Who's winning the
say,
league?
say about
Who's winning the
McAllister now.
league?
Pow.
Who's
Shall
winning
we
the league?
sell Salah? Say that again.
Yeah.
Another one.
Yeah.
You
Wash
motherfucker.
club ball. Wash club ball, huh? Wash club
Yo,
ball.
by the
yeah.
way, where's that fraud Jacob? Why isn't he here?
Yeah, where is
Jacob isn't
Jacob?
here because he bottled it. And you know what? Because he was
Just
just
like
busy
they did
sucking
against
off
Newcastle,
Enzo
fair enough.
Maresca. He was busy, glazing, sucking off Enzo Maresca. He was on his knees the whole week, so his back hurts. Big up to you, Eclipse. Big up the
talk.
panel. Extremely common United L is what Jack said. Big up, Jahilat. My favorite scouser. Big up
Big
to
up.
you.
Alpha
And
Liverpool.
Ghost Vader says, in the league, I'll be back to say I told you so or apologize. 15 GA in the league alone. Damn.
Fair enough.
Damn.
Fair
Do you
enough.
think
Hey,
that's
cool, man.
possible, Egal, before we move to the Chelsea section? 15
What?
GA league.
Yeah, I think it's possible. I think you could easily see him get like 8 goals and like 7 assists. Don't forget, he just needs one big game, and everyone's gonna be like, "Yo, he's gonna cook at Arsenal." He could find his way into the starting left wing position.
I don't think it's a bad transfer for you. You know why? Because it's on loan. Like, okay, if he's shit, just send him back.
an
Like,
improvement
why
to the
don't you
team,
matter?
for sure.
Worst case scenario, he's a backup for Saka. Best case scenario, he starts on the left wing.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. I'll be honest with you, my guy. I won't even be able to fly to Colombia anymore. That
What
flight
kind of picture is that?
That flight has been cancelled 100%.
Ahmed in a Juve shirt.
Yo, I thought that was Ahmed as well. You know,
Yeah, that was
big
Ahmed in a
off
Juve
plane.
shirt with a Chelsea plane.
with the
I'm not sure why
Chelsea. Yeah.
No,
I guess
that,
it was
Yeah.
meant to be
Anyway,
extra large
context.
for the rest of our squad.
Context?
well,
Speaking of
you guys
Chelsea-
are violating Ahmed too.
Speaking of Chelsea, big up to all of you guys. We are almost at 300 likes, 720 people in here. Please like the video, subscribe, all the good stuff. Lewis!
Can we go first on
Listen,
Chelsea since they drop points?
Yes, that's why I said Lewis. So
Well,
that's what
but
I'm
he
saying.
got to go first and they lost.
No, remember, Egal, we changed the rule this season.
Fuck it.
This season, it's no longer you speak last, you just sit up here.
Because
and-
Hamza's not here.
No, not even because of that. Because I thought personally, like we had to change the rule. You get me? Because I was just like, nah, it's just a bit too much. Even with Hamza here or not, I'm just like, listen, we have to let the person talk about his club first, and then we take it from there. So I think that's the better way to do this with you. But anyway, go ahead, Lewis. Talk to me about Chelsea's draw.
Yeah, so obviously not happy that we dropped 2 points, but don't really see a lot of alarm bells, which is actually a little bit of a positive. I actually thought we were really good in the first half. Defensively, I thought we were good all game. Even after Palace got the equaliser and they started hitting us on the break a little bit more, they still didn't make anything clear-cut. Now, first off, we could have been 2-3 goals up. Don't even think it comes down to terrible finishing, though. Noni had one chance that maybe could have at least put on target, but the rest was just Dean Henderson having a man at a match level performance, which drives me nuts, but whatever. I've been there before. This is classic Chelsea. This everyone wants the Chelsea of old. Here is the Chelsea of old. You have a bunch of chances, you don't take them, concede a wonder goal. They sit back, you struggle to break them down, and you draw. So that's basically the game. First half, again, very good. Second half, I don't even really blame anyone for the goal that we conceded. Decore drags, what's his name? Caicedo out from the middle. Eze has a clean shot on goal, and he places it excellently. Can't do anything about it. But after that, they sat a bit further back, took Will Hughes off because he should have been sent off, wasn't sent off. Then they brought on Decore, and Decore had a brilliant second half and kept Cole Palmer quiet from that point on.
How Decore played that way, I have no idea. But he was unbelievable.
They gotta give credit where it's due. Like, I think Palace just had very good game management in the second half, and they handled things excellently. We also had our first game where we properly faced a low block. Like, I know people will say Wolves and everything. Wolves committed suicide in that second half. As soon as it got to, I think, 3-2, these guys threw Ait-Nouri into DM. You give Noni the entire right side. Boom, 2 more goals. Man's got a hat-trick. Palace didn't do that. If anything, they packed out the right side, and suddenly Noni was ineffective. We tried a lot of things to try and break them down. I saw us turn Enzo into a centre-back and have him just dictate players the furthest player back, with, I think, Colwell and Fofana playing wide with a license to push forward, which I didn't even mind, to be honest, because both of them made good chances from wide positions in the first half. Our first goal came from Levi Colwell from a wide position. Fofana made another chance for Noni in the first half as well. Just couldn't break them down. The attackers came on. Mudryk made a decent chance for Jackson. Maybe the touch let him down or not, but I'm not really that annoyed about the finish either. Felix didn't do anything with his cameo. He wasn't good. And yeah, it just ended up being a draw. Like, the only alarm bells I'd say that I have, if there's anything, is that was the first time we played a low block. Didn't really know what to do. And also, Enzo Fernandez. Oh my goodness, you had better fix up and soon, bruv, because this is not good enough. And I know people are going to talk about, yes, we played Enzo high up again, and I know I rip Pochettino for that a lot. And I don't know why we're doing it first off, but I'll also say the way we're utilizing him is still different to the way Poch did. When it was Poch, he was getting minimal touch to the ball. He was pressing, chasing the goalkeeper. We weren't using him at all in the way that we should. At least now, he's getting more and more touches in possession. At least now, Chloe, you're shameless.
Yeah,
At least now he's getting more and more touches. My problem, he's not doing anything with the ball. Even in the first half, when we were dominating and we were cooking Palace, he was still overhitting and underhitting everything. This ain't good enough now. This is your third season. My patience is wearing very thin, because from a deeper position, from a higher position, you're not performing. Like, you're just lucky Lavia isn't ready to play yet, because as soon as Lavia's back, if the performances don't improve in the Bournemouth game, drop him. Drop him. And if we keep trying to shoehorn him, then I'm going to start getting at Maresca, because what is the point? We have enough players that can play higher up the pitch. We have Nkunku. We have Palmer. We have Felix. We even have Dewsbury Hall. You don't need to force Enzo into the team.
Said Dewsbury Hall. That's crazy.
Bro, there are all other options. At least try some of them if they're working. If anyone knows your system, it's Dewsbury Hall. So at least try something. But I don't need to see Enzo continuously playing if the form doesn't improve. So we'll see. But ultimately, I'm not really annoyed about the way that we played. No big worries. Just Dean Henderson's a dickhead. And yeah, that's about it.
And I forgot to ask you, Osimhen. You've had a bad 5 days.
Osimhen.
Yeah, like I've said on a lot of streams on this, if this was how the Osimhen situation was going to end up, why did you drag this to deadline day? You could have just got Tony. He's right there. You don't even have to move anywhere. He suits us perfectly. He's on 30k a week, so it don't even damage the wage structure. Why did we just ignore that all summer in the hope that Osimhen would just lower his wages? Because I know we're not going to break our wage structure for him, and I'm fine with that. If we got top 4, we would have given him the money that he wanted, because everyone would be on the 30% bonus anyway. But we're not in top 4, so it has to be 150k max. Okay, stop dragging the saga. I'm even seeing Fabrizio come out now and say, oh, we still admire him and we might come back in January. Like, just fucking leave it. You're not going to give him the money that he wants, so just leave the whole saga alone. It's pointless. But yeah, we didn't get him.
You know what, Lewis? Credit to you. You hit the nail on the head with Enzo Fernandez, because I was waiting for you to come out here and be like, you know what? I thought everyone's performances were decent, and just trying to kind of walk past that. But credit to you, you tackled it first. And yeah, there's no hiding for Enzo. Enzo is the captain. Enzo is the guy you spent the most money in your club's history. Enzo Fernandez has to deliver, or else his ass is going to get sent packing by Chelsea Football Club, and they're going to try to recoup whatever money they can. I think by the end of the season, he'll be benched by Dewsbury Hall or Lavia, and he won't even be playing week in, week out. He's getting bossed by Will Hughes and Adam Wharton in the midfield. And at times, he just doesn't look good. Also, that left-hand side, Neto's starving, but on that left-hand side, you barely gave him a touch. I think Neto's a quality player. You're playing a lot through Cole Palmer and Matty Wyke. Of course, they played well against Wolves, but Neto's a quality player. Give him a little bit more touches. 20 touches, 22 touches in the whole game is not enough. He played, 60 minutes? I barely noticed him. Also, shameless from Jackson, but he got a new contract till 2033. So he must be happy now. And then Cole Palmer just every game just somehow delivers a goal or an assist. You got to give credit to Chelsea. Overall, I thought Crystal Palace played really well defensively. Eze hit them with a stunner. And then from there, you guys just couldn't break them down. Very inconsistent team. Anybody who thought Chelsea was back after the Wolves game, slow your roll. Just understand that you're going to be an inconsistent team. Depending on what teams you face, if it's a team that plays with a defensive low block that has a good goalkeeper, or if you face a team that comes at you, you're going to see different types of performances. But your defense was really good. And yeah, I do agree with you on a lot of things. But one thing I just want to point out was the mental thing. What?
What do you think of the Osimhen thing?
Oh, Osimhen situation is very simple. Chelsea just had to pay the money, and Osimhen's theirs. They didn't want to pay the money. I don't think
way he made an Osimhen song and I didn't even clock.
Osimhen, 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 Osimhen,
Answer the call. Let's go.
Answer the call, brother.
Osimhen, Osimhen.
Hey, word, he didn't answer the call.
Hey, match footage.
Yo, this guy's probably a really nice guy, but he's gonna get cooked.
Yo,
yeah,
this guy
shout
actually
out
makes
Benga, man.
banger of songs.
My
Man.
God.
He actually
Big
makes
up
lyrics.
Benga, man.
I
Big up.
can't believe I didn't know. This would have been my
He did
intro
make an
music the
He
whole
did pick
summer.
up the call. He did, but he said, "I want more money."
Hey, I don't blame him. Like, I'm not even annoyed about that. Like, I don't blame him for not wanting to lower his salary. That's why my whole problem is you knew his stance and you knew what our stance was. Move on. There were other options there. That's
Yo, what's that guy's name again? The guy who makes those songs?
Benga.
Benga with a G on the start.
Yeah, man. Give us a win, yo. That one's the best one. Give us a win.
That's
yo.
my watch along one.
That was like Poch of all last season, man.
I think I actually have it on my music thing.
Well, that,
Yeah.
Real bangers.
I think I played this on my channel too.
The funniest part is like all the banters they throw. I'm like, we still throw them, brother. You still suck. Like, what can I do?
Yeah.
This is the truth.
That's why I weren't making anything crazy, no crazy statements after the Wolves game. Like, that just showed me what our attack's capable of. That's it. Now in this game, I feel like I kind of saw what our defense was capable of, because like we did a really good job on Mateta. I didn't even notice him all match. Just transition, still struggling on the wings. The players do still come back though, and they still make key blocks. So maybe we're starting to see a turnaround defensively. Maybe, but we'll find out in October, November, because that's when we got the run from hell and we're facing like everybody here and Tottenham and I think, no, not City and Villa and all of them lot. So yeah, we'll see in the next couple of weeks. And as of now, I don't even really feel that annoyed about any of our games, bar maybe like Servette away. That
bro,
was
how do you spell his name again?
GBDNGA.
Yeah, G.
Oh, got it.
Egal, you're supposed to be cultured, bro. Nigerian names, if it starts with a G and the G is silent.
Bro, I don't
Benga.
know. I didn't follow him.
Oh yeah, now what kind of nonsense is this one now? Go ahead, Sheikh. Tell me your thoughts on Chelsea.
Yeah. Well, listen. Hey, I like the way Enzo Maresca sets up the team. I've said this before, even after the Wolves game. I feel like the type of season Chelsea are probably going to have is, it's kind of similar to me in terms of Brendan Rodgers' year. Do you remember the year when you guys challenged when? Don't want to bring this up, but when Gerrard slipped and you guys lost the league and stuff like that.
No,
you were
did want
just
to bring this up.
you were.
You did.
You were just outscoring teams in that season. I feel like defensively you had a lot of problems. I forgot that one player that you had. You brought a bunch of youngsters into the squad, and I think you had Mamadou Flanagan. Yes, John Flanagan. You had like Mamadou Sakho at that time in the team as well. Like defensively, you weren't all that, but you were outscoring teams. I feel like Chelsea will come to this point because of all this attack that they've signed, where they're just going to have so many options in trying to find a way to just score more goals against you. And I feel like that's where it's going to get to in terms of this season until they actually strengthen up their defense. But I still have Chelsea finishing top 4. This is even before all the Osimhen news and stuff like that. I think they finished 4th. But yeah, I'm not, like I said, nothing to be worried about for Chelsea fans or anything like that. The foundations are there. He's playing good ball. It's just more of the players being capable of, just having that output. And I guess we'll see that throughout the rest of the season. But Sancho, to them, obviously that it hurts a lot. We just strengthened a rival who was competing for the top 4 along with us this season.
You didn't strengthen them. Sancho isn't going to make it better. He isn't.
As an option, though, he's still a good option to have off the bench. Yeah, he definitely strengthens them.
Football is about profiles. They have way too many similar profiles. That's the
true.
thing.
That's true. I think like Felix is a very similar profile to him.
Being played to feet, I feel like he might be a bit helpful against low blocks. But again, we need to see. Yeah, I'm not going to say too much about
Felix, Sancho, Nkunku, Palmer, all are the same profile. But obviously, Palmer is the most efficient and best one out of the 4. But I'm saying in terms of profile, like the type, the prototype, which is like not really a midfielder, not really a winger, hybrid, playmaker type thing. And for me, with Sancho, I don't think he makes Chelsea better.
Sancho can play on the wings a bit.
Chelsea have a lot of attackers, but are any of them really good? Besides,
no, that's what I'm saying. They needed a goal scorer. That's why Osimhen makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean, Jackson still continued his form this season.
Okay, but we're not only talking about Jackson. For example, Mark Guehi.
Yeah, definitely. People going after that last chance is a piss take.
Yes.
Let's just go through this. Mark Guehi. I don't rate that guy. Mudryk. Nobody rates that guy right now. Joao Felix. Personally, I think he's slightly overrated. I don't think he's that good. He's not efficient. Jadon Sancho never proved it in the Premier League. That's already 4 players right there. Pedro Neto is a quality player. I rate him. Cole Palmer, I rate. Nadi Madueke, he had one good game. I need to see more.
Sometimes they may be good. Sometimes
I'd say 2 good games.
Jackson doesn't finish his dinner. Continues to finish his dinner at this rate. Fair, but he could always go back to missing chances. So overall, I would say you have 2 out of all your players that I think are even decent.
But you know what the thing is, though, Egal?
You're just saying Neto and Palmer.
You know what the thing is, though, Egal? You don't have
Neto
to.
And Palmer, I rate out of your attack. Everybody else is pretty much dead.
Fair enough. That's your opinion, but I put Jackson in there too. And Nkunku, like the quality's there, but like we need to figure out the best.
By the way, Madueke and Jackson, I gave them like they're a level above for Mudryk, the Felix, the Sanchos, and the.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. But let me say this. My energy is the same. I didn't blame Poch. I don't blame Maresca. I stick on the same opinion that I had. This is off the Chelsea fans, but it's genuinely how I feel. I just don't think Chelsea have a really good team. That's honestly what I believe. I think Palmer's fantastic. Caicedo, and I defended Caicedo against criticizers last season. Never forget, even though he rejected my club. Oh my God, you're jealous of Caicedo and Lavia. I actually defended Caicedo. I think Lavia's played really well when he's played this season. And Gusto. The rest of them, whether it's injuries or performances, there's question marks. And that is my overarching point on this Chelsea squad from the start. There is either a question mark in terms of, are you consistent enough? Or there is a question mark in terms of injuries, like Gusto. Gusto is unbelievable when he plays, but he gets injured. Reece James is unbelievable when he plays, but he gets injured. Nkunku is a very good footballer. I would have taken him at Liverpool, but he gets injured. Neto is a very good footballer, but he gets injured. So, like, the thing is, for me, certain players, you need to keep fit. Certain players, there are question marks over them. There is a world in which Chelsea get top 4. there is a world in which Chelsea get top 4. It is not impossible. It really is not impossible for Chelsea to get top 4 because they're shit, but they're also comparing with they're also like fighting with shit, which is Spurs, they're shit. Man United are shit. Aston Villa have Champions League. They're not shit, but they're not strong enough to do everything. So that's the thing. The one team that I think personally could like show all of you the middle finger is Newcastle. If you give Isak, Bruno Guimaraes, these guys one game a week, they could deliver top 4, to be honest with you. So overarching perspective is it's not Maresca's fault. It wasn't Poch's fault. It's just that this team doesn't have consistency and doesn't have players like Palmer, like Caicedo, who delivers week in, week out. And when it comes to what Lewis said regarding Enzo, it's all about performing consistently. Consistency is king. Same energy for my own football club. The reason why I'm here and Ryan is in the comment section is because Ryan now will be talking like Luis Diaz is the best winger in the world. I don't do that. I want consistency. Show us who the fuck you are over a period of time. Why Palmer went from nobody to third best right winger in the league based off one season? Why? Because he did it over 38 games. It was consistency. And this is the thing with Madueke. Madueke is the prototypical example of sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit. Shout out Gattuso. Like one game he will play, you will watch him, he'll go like, who the fuck is this fucking Ronaldinho region? Next game he'll play, he'll dribble a little bit nice, but he wants to execute in the final third. So for me, Chelsea, it's all about consistency. One thing I have to credit Maresca for is he played the same centre-back partnership. And I think this is key going forward. Regardless if they make mistakes or not, you need to stick with the same centre-back partnership to build some form of consistency there. This is something that people just don't understand. It's not whether Disasi is better or Badiashile is better or whoever is better. No one gives a fuck. Play those two, let them develop a chemistry, let them develop a partnership, because eventually in the long term it'll pay out. But this will happen to Chelsea. Again, this won't be the last 1-1 game. Like 1-1s will happen this season as the season progresses. And as I told Lewis from 3 weeks ago, the problem has never been him. The problem is not the people we work with. The problem is Stamford Bridge. That's the fucking problem. Because Stamford Bridge, as I told Lewis from a month ago, I told him Stamford Bridge will turn on Enzo Maresca, brother. And they have turned. Like, I feel like some of them already have turned. And Lewis interacts with a lot of these on a daily as well. So,
yeah, sadly, I'm surrounded by these idiots every time I'm at the bridge. But I agree with most of it because, like, I believe in my team, but like also to a rival's perspective, they have to show it. So I kind of get where your stance is. So people say I'm not standing up for my club. Genuinely, my beef with Hassan was only Pochettino. We seem to get along with everything else other than that. They have to just prove it over a consistent basis, and then cool, we can say whatever we want to say. As of right now, we're literally back in stage 1 of our process again with a new manager. I do think we're going to improve under him. I do think we're going to be a force this season. But as of now, it's 1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss. I ain't saying too much.
I seen you fighting your fan base talking about conceding.
Lewis is fighting his fan base. That's the thing.
Lewis, I seen you fighting your fan base about goals conceded since preseason.
Yeah, these fucking agenda merchants talking about, oh, we've conceded 21 in 11 games. Shut up, man. We played 3 league games. What are you talking about? It's so annoying. The people who talk about Pochettino when it comes to defensive structure drives me insane.
What?
Like, I understand, like, if you're going to be annoyed about certain aspects of our defending this season, fine. I'm not going to act like it's been amazing. Don't sit here and try to prop the guy with the worst defensive record of a Chelsea side in Prem history. Get in the bin. You want to talk about standards? What the fuck are you on about?
Can we stop talking about the managers? It's your players. Your players are not good defenders.
Yes,
really?
Thank you.
You don't have good defenders.
Well, I mean, Fofana needs a lot more time. So,
excuse me,
and Colwell need time. Both need time.
Bro, consistent run of games.
Let's keep it
real. I do believe Fofana can get back to his 2020 self, but he hasn't played for a year.
You don't rate Chilwell as a defender. You don't rate Cucurella.
You don't play for us.
You don't play Chilwell.
You don't rate Cucurella as a defender. And
no, I do. Right? I do. I rate Cucurella. I rate Cucurella as a defender.
Lewis doesn't rate Cucurella. He's like the biggest Cucurella fan.
No, as a defender.
Yes, as a defender.
Okay.
I rate him, by the way. Never mind Lewis.
You rate Cucurella as a left back. You're saying he's
yes. I rate him. He's a very good left back, bro.
Fair enough.
He is. He is.
So you only have the left back and right back
Cool,
position sorted.
yeah.
The center back position, all your center backs have either not shown enough to say that they're top level yet, or have been injured, or just coming back from an injury.
Yeah, the
Egal
centre backs are
doesn't-
more like potentials and ifs. So I understand the
Yeah.
questions on them.
So if you want to see
here's-
your fullbacks are covered, fair enough. But your center back pairings, I don't know.
Centre
what
back
pairing
and
you're gonna go with.
goalkeeper is the only question marks I have in the team
Bro,
right now.
you don't. From my perspective, you don't even have a first team goalkeeper. You have a bunch of
This is,
fillers.
this is true, to be fair. This is
Like, let's be honest.
But the
who are these
maddest thing is,
NPCs?
the last 2 games, like Sanchez ain't done anything to annoy me.
Who are
So,
these
I guess that's
NPCs?
positive.
Lucas.
the
Grigs,
maddest thing
Storm.
is he is capable of doing something that annoys you. Next game.
Who's this? Who's this guy from
Yes.
Denmark? Who's this guy from Finland?
Oh, Jorgensen.
And then you have Marcus. He's English guy with the Italian name.
Petronelli, that's like he's there for someone to take shots at in training. Like, there's
Bro,
nothing.
you have a bunch of NPCs as your goalkeepers.
Yeah,
I'll
we
be
got
honest
10
with you.
goalkeepers on the books.
I'll be honest with you. Strasbourg has a better goalkeeper right now. Fact. Cry more.
Well, because you sent
Southampton have a better
Petrovic there.
goalkeeper.
Fact.
Nah. Petrovic is in that mid off too, bro. He can't play out the
Southampton's a
back
better
and he
goalkeeper.
sucks at near post.
Listen,
You guys should've
Petrovic
took
is a shot
Ramsdale.
stopper.
You guys
Is a
should
level above
Ramsdale.
Sanchez for me. Level above.
As a shot stopper, like, they're both kind of the same. I'll be so honest.
Ramsdale, so clear of whatever you have.
Like the only thing is, like Sanchez would make stupid plays out the back last season. Petrovic just knew that wasn't his bag and would just hoof it. That's the only difference. And I would
By the
rate
way-
Petrovic because at least he knew what he weren't good at.
Do you consider Christopher Nkunku as an attacker or as a winger? I mean, as a midfielder.
I'm seeing him. I think he's more of a 10 the more I watch him personally.
'Cause
I don't know
for
why
me-
we waited until the 85th minute to bring him on and we played him on the right. I didn't get that.
I don't get it. It's because to me it seems like you have a bunch of players and they don't seem to know what position they're gonna play. In Enzo counts as one of them that you don't know which position he's gonna play. Shrewsbury Hall is another one, and Nkunku's another one, and Carney, whatever his last name is. All 3 of them, all 4 of those seem like you could play them in multiple positions, but you don't have an idea of what the best position is for them.
Yeah, because we're definitely still experimenting with things. You could see with what we were trying to do once Palace had sat back. I've never seen Enzo play centre back before. I've never seen us try and push Fofana and Colwell that wide while we're chasing a game. But again, something new. Caicedo had to play right back because Gusto came off injured and we didn't have a right back on the bench. He's the only one that's had any minutes there for Brighton. So we put him at right back. But I think at the very least, I got what we were trying to do. Other than Nkunku on the right, that I didn't get. That didn't make any sense to me.
Also,
but
how do you
Maresca
feel?
said he thinks he can play everywhere, which I mean I kind of need to see a bit more.
How do you feel when they sold the next Neymar in Angelo?
Oh yeah, 5 million profit is what it is. He's another right winger. We got 50 of them. Here's what it is. He's a good player, but you aren't.
Don't you feel like they sell you on fake PR and then they sell the player a year later?
Nah, not even, because I feel like with players, you either develop to a point where you're good enough to be considered for the first team, or you develop and we find you a club, you go and succeed there and we make a bit of profit. Like Amari's the perfect example. We got him for under $1 million from you guys and sold him for about 22, 25 million.
Yeah,
and we got him a club in Ipswich where it was perfect for him to stay.
And we got 4 million off that, so big up.
Hey, pure profit. That's why I wanted Mark Gay to go to Newcastle. You get 20% of that.
Let me address Blaze here quickly. I know this isn't the super chat section. When you say who really needs a good team to make a top 4, you are correct.
No,
in
you
terms
do.
of who you're competing with. No, they're right, Egal, because they are they're tier below me, you, and City. They're a tier below that.
Yeah, true.
But the thing is that you need to understand, Blaze, is when I say consistency, I'm not saying consistency in terms of winning a league. I'm saying at least consistency of performances. Why you think Lewis was nodding his head when I said stick with the centre-back partnership, even if they make mistakes, just so they develop chemistry? Because you need some form of consistency flowing through the team. And I think this is where the issue lies. And I think, honestly, if Lavia is back fit, it's time for Enzo to hit the benches. 100%.
Yep.
That's how I think they need to sort it out.
Well, another week closer to Egal's luxury player take actually being facts. But hey, it's up to Enzo to prove you wrong. I don't care about backing you this season. You're not injured anymore. And also after the summer, just play good football in it.
Fair enough.
Let me do these super chats before Lewis has to go, and then we'll just do the Arsenal section. Big up to Ed, who says if someone pays for my plane to Liverpool from Jersey, alot Ray swing first, and anything after that he's on his own. Everyone wants a piece of Ryan. This is beautiful. I'll be honest with you, but I've already called shotgun. Like, you guys are all trying to fight him. I'm sorry, I've already called shotgun.
I said there's a queue, bro.
100% MMA fight for charity. I don't even want the money. You keep all the money. I'll give win, lose or draw, which in his case will be lose. I'll give him all the money we make. No problem. You know, as long as I get to just punch the fuck out of him. Big up to you though. By the way, there is a Salah poster in the United Hotel. Is this true? I've never seen this picture anywhere. Warrior, you're usually the snitch who has all
the staff in that hotel, man. Whoever
send it through. Someone send it through, please. Warrior, you're usually the snitch in the chat, so please send it through.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Because I've been to that hotel before. Yeah, they got a bunch of players on there. One sec. That was it.
Oh my god! Look at his face. Look at his face.
Yeah, that's Gary Neville's hotel. I think, what was it called? Hotel Football.
Oh,
I've done overlap there once or twice.
Oh my god.
The maddest thing is there's no other rival players. There's Bruno. That's another old United shirt from the 90s. There's just Salah there. Wow.
Look at Shikh face. The Shikh face alone is worth this poster. Honestly, this is just beautiful. This is just beautiful. And then he done this as well. Nah, Salah's taking the piss. Salah's taking the piss. This is why, as soon as the Hazard Salah debate started, Shikh was like, yes, Hazard's better.
I'm still saying right now, too. Hazard, let's go, man. Hazard.
Oh, my days. Pain. Love it. Some of you bums wanted Ederson and Ugarte, who are crap. And
oh, here's this guy again, man.
Signing. What? Oh, it's why Hughes is a director of football. You lot aren't signing for signing's sake. The manager assessed the squad, and he knocked on Richard Hughes' door, and he said, I want a DM. Alan Varela is the same exact prototype as Martin Zubimendi. We could have signed Alan Varela. Forget Ederson and Ugarte, since you've become Mr. Passer obsession. And in case you're unaware, in October and November, we have Champions League fixtures, my brother. And we have Carabao Cups. So how are we going to deal with all of that? Is Gravenberg going to play DM in every single one of those games? That's what I thought. That's why you're a flip-flop and everyone want to punch you. Lad, how will I flip-flop over Mikel Merino in 2 weeks when he's out injured for 2 months? Also, Klopp's tactics were putrid for the last two years. Once again, for the 100th time, we had the highest XG in the entirety of the league last season. You cannot say Klopp's ball was putrid when it's the most enjoyable fucking football to watch in the whole league last year. So let's not even fucking go there. You get me? So yeah, that's what I will say. Anyway, I know Lewis has to go now, so big up to you, Lewis. We're gonna stick around to talk about the Arsenal section. Carefully, Lewis.
Big up, my guys.
Big up, Lewis.
Until next week. Take care, everyone. Big up.
See you guys. By the way, guys, as of next week, Monday, 8 p.m. is our new time, inshallah. That's the new time we have. So it's going to be the new era of A-listers, inshallah. The time is going to be 8 p.m. every single Monday. So that's the time we have confirmed with everyone. Anyway, we are 50 likes away from 400. Let us get there ASAP. And now we go on to the Arsenal section. Arsenal 1, Brighton 1. Man, like Egal. Talk to the people, brother. Why are you telling me?
Very simple. Declan Rice's red card is probably one of the most disgraceful, shambolic, scandalous decisions I've seen in a long time. And how on earth you give a second yellow in that kind of situation, just, I don't know. First of all, Veltman has no intention of kicking the ball. Zero intentions of kicking the ball. He was directly targeting Declan Rice. And we know this because even when you see before Declan Rice even kicks the ball, the ball is still moving away from Declan Rice. The ball first comes off Declan Rice's heel as the player is trying to play it. And if you're trying to kick the ball from that place also, when the ball is not still, if you're going to go by the letter of the law, which everyone wants to talk about letter of the law, if the ball is moving, you cannot do a free kick. It's going to be brought back. So you need to stop the ball from moving before you go and kick it. So if you're going to go and try to kick like that, it's a joke. common sense does not prevail in this situation. Common sense does not prevail at all, because for Declan Rice to get a second yellow in that situation, for what? For kicking, they're saying kicking the ball. I'm not denying that he kicked the ball. Yes, he kicked the ball, but the real situation is Veltman kicking him and him being on the ground. They're saying, why is he on the ground for so long? He literally got booted in his leg from close distance, and the referee decides to not give it. I think that's a joke. The PGMOL have had many situations like this. They've had it in the championship a year ago. You know what they did? They sent the guy off with a red card for violent conduct, for kicking the player in the leg that hard. But when it's Arsenal, when it's Declan Rice, Veltman didn't even get a yellow. You know that? You know Veltman didn't even get a yellow card. Veltman did not even get a yellow card. And of course, from there, we give up a shit goal, and they had no chances. They created 0 chances. They did nothing the whole first half with 11 men on the pitch. You know what happens? The moment we went down to 10 men, we conceded a terrible goal, and from there on, we suffered. 19 chances, gave them all the possession, shut up shop, and tried to get out of there with a point. And Bukayo Saka or Havertz had a little bit better shooting boots on the day. We would have probably got a.
I have a message for you before you continue from one of the guys that watches the channel.
Hussam, I'm watching him.
The ball is still moving away.
Hussam, I'm watching him. This is disgraceful, Hussam. We shouldn't let him lie.
Hamza, I don't know what Hamza wants to say. If Hamza wants to come on, Hussam, you can invite him. I don't really care. But when
you want to send the link to Hamza?
It's up to you. But I still got to go at 10. All I got to say is, when it
you have to go at 10, then how can I invite him? You know, he speaks for 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's going to go for an hour.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
There you are. That's so fraudulent.
All I got to say is, can we not lie and say for once, I've admitted that we should have probably still got we should have scored the chances that we had, but defensively we did really well. Defensively, we did really well, but overall, that game comes down to Declan Rice's red card, swinging the game into Brighton's favor. They get a goal from there, and then from there on, we have to try to recover, and we ended up recovering, but it was a little bit too late to try to get the winner. We had 2 chances, maybe 3 max, but we sat back and held on, because let's be honest, down to 10 men in the outfield for the whole second half, you're gonna suffer. We suffered, and luckily we played well defensively, but anybody who's sitting here telling me Chris Kavanagh made the right decision, or that's the right rule, or Declan Rice should have got a second yellow, come on. What are we doing? You just can't tell me Arsenal were not wronged in this situation.
Hey, Egal, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to respectfully disagree. You should not be in that position. You have no reason to be standing in front of the ball there, especially when you are on a yellow card. You can look at the clip. He kicks it away, and while he's kicking it away, he's looking down at the ball too. He's literally looking below, and he kicks the ball away. Why are you in that situation? You shouldn't be in that situation. Forget about, and I'm not even like disagreeing with you in terms of.
Is the ball at a standstill? Has the ball stopped?
It hasn't, no. But still, this again goes back to the point.
Can you even do a free kick if the ball is still moving?
Let me tell you this, though. I'm not even arguing with you about the deficiencies of referees. We know referees are shit. Don't let the referee make a decision in that situation. There's no reason for you to be standing there, bro. The foul happened, whatever happened, you walk away. It's simple as that. You don't need to be there. And then he gets kicked and all that type of stuff. And there were other situations in the game where someone else also kicked it away but didn't get a yellow card. Cool. I'm not arguing referee deficiencies and stuff like that. But look how big of an impact that was on the game itself. He gets that red card, and even though you guys had chances and stuff after that too, and I don't blame Declan Rice for the results entirely, because you had chances when you were 10 men, like a 1 man down, and you should have taken those chances. But you shouldn't be in that situation. It's just as simple as for me. If a United player did that, and I'm standing there and I'm blaming that United player, because why are you in that situation in the first place? You shouldn't have to. But yeah. Go on.
If the ball is not at a standstill, you can't even take a free kick. So to kick a player with that much force, I think that's at least deserving of a yellow card. That's violent conduct, number 1. Number 2, if it's not a direct free kick and the guy kicks, if it's a direct free kick and the ball stopped and he comes and kicks it, fair enough. But that was not the case. The player literally took the ball, tried to stand up, kicked it off of Declan Rice's heel, which then put it into his eyesight as he's walking away, not even looking at the ball once until he was about to strike it, not knowing that the player was doing a free kick or anything because the ball was still
Egal, you asked for it.
extremely
Don't blame
rolling.
me.
What?
You asked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I asked. Yeah, what's up, Hamza?
Egal,
Big up, Hamza.
listen, I'm at work here, and I thought, let me listen to this. And I see your face here before Hassan presented that. Like, you look nervous. You're quiet, yeah? And I was waiting for that. Because I was waiting at work for an hour. I kept clicking on, saying, yo, I need to go toilet. Then I said, my break has to be at this time. So I decided to take on my break whilst you're talking. Yeah? Ego, you should have some shame online. Have some class. There are things that you can come out here and show your face and talk in front of the camera. 1,000 people are listening and you're lying to everyone there. Ego, you signed that guy for 110 million. He didn't deliver you the league. 105. He didn't deliver you nothing. You all blame Party. Party is a problem. But guess what? Who let you down that game? Not Party. You are blaming Party. Oh, he needs to go. Party's been the guy that's been playing well. This guy, he's on a yellow. He's on a yellow card. How dumb are you to be in a yellow? You're on a yellow. I've always been told when I'm young, when I'm playing football, when you're on the yellow, be careful. Don't do anything silly. Guess what? The game is, if the rule, look how he's conniving. He's a very conniving player.
He's looking at the ball, by the way. He's looking at the ball to kick it away.
Because I'm intelligent. Look, he's looking at the ball, yeah? And look at that. He's very conniving. You know what? Out of literally, I'm so glad that referee is a fantastic referee. Fantastic. And we should come out here and say, yo, congratulate this guy, referee. Because he looks at the ball and he kicks it. You know, he kicks it. He thinks the referee is stupid. You're on a yellow card. The ball is in play, Ego. The ball is on the pitch. Why are you kicking it out? Ego, what's the need of you kicking it out? Tell me. Are you allowed to kick off the... Then we should all be kicking the ball out. Anytime the ball comes in, I'll kick it out. Don't worry. But when he kicked it out, I saw Bernardo Silva standing in front of one of the players. He got a yellow card twice. 2 separate games. You know why? He held the L. When Rodri got sent off, yes. But he's your main player. Why would you kick the ball off? Why? Why are you doing that? What's the reason? So you got all these Arsenal fans coming out here. Oh, he didn't. Oh, he got kicked. You fool. Who are you lying to, Wallahi? Who are you lying to?
Hamza, was that a free kick?
What's a free kick?
Was Veltman taking a free kick?
Listen, he put the ball. It's on. The ball is on the pitch. Yes or no?
No. Was Veltman taking a free kick?
Yes or no?
Was Veltman taking a free kick?
Listen, he was taking a free kick. Yeah.
Okay, how are you taking a free kick when the ball is moving?
No, listen. He's putting he can take the referee can then call out 1 second. The referee can then come back and say, "Yo, the ball is moving."
How can you?
Let me say 1 second.
Hamza, can the ball be moving when you're taking a free kick?
Bro, the referee can call it back. That's
can the ball be moving?
Hold on.
Hamza,
no, it can't.
Okay, so number one. Number two, Hamza, number two, when you're taking a free kick, do you put the ball in front of your opponent?
Bro, how many players move the ball? So how many times
if you're gonna take Hamza, if you're gonna take a free kick, Hamza,
every single player will move that ball. Who goes and looks at
Hamza,
that
if you're taking a free kick,
placing it here.
Hamza, I know you go play football on Mondays. When you go play football on Monday, and somebody calls it back because somebody got fouled, do you take the ball right away and kick it, or do you push it in front of the other opponent and kick them in the leg?
We've seen people take a ball from the wrong area. They'll take in the left or right, and they'll get dragged back. But the key issue is let's be honest about this. The ball is in play, yes or no? Is the ball in play?
It's moving.
No, is the ball inside the play?
It's not a dead ball.
Inside the pitch?
It's not a dead ball.
Bro, the ball is on the pitch. So why is he kicking off the pitch?
It's not a dead ball.
Okay. Is he allowed to kick off? Is he allowed to kick that ball off the pitch?
Not if it's a dead ball.
No, is he allowed, even if it's not there, is he allowed to kick off? That ball is inside the pitch.
Hamza,
You're not kicking
no,
off the pitch.
Hamza,
That's
you're
the
not allowed
problem.
to kick the ball
That's-
if
this
it's
is
a
the
free
problem.
kick. 1 second. You're not allowed to kick the ball if it's a free kick. But if that was the situation and why he got the yellow, then the referee would have immediately came over and gave him the yellow. The referee gave him the second yellow for time wasting. I don't think he was time wasting. I think he got kicked in the leg because that was an improper free kick, and the referee did not have the right to recall a yellow card, as VAR cannot review yellow cards. So in this situation, if VAR could review it, they would then reverse it. The referee apologized afterwards
No,
too.
I asked
But-
you a simple question,
but
but you couldn't answer.
Understand the referee got it wrong. He knows he got it wrong.
No, he
can't
didn't.
reverse
He
it
didn't
at
get
this
it
point.
wrong. He didn't get
He
it
got it
wrong.
wrong.
He didn't. Match of the day even analyzed it. He didn't get it wrong. I'm sorry about that.
What didn't
Match
he
of the
get
Day
wrong?
Analyzed it. Yeah.
What
that's
didn't he
not
get
the
wrong?
thing. Why would you do that? 1 second. The ball. I asked you a simple question. You couldn't answer the game. If the ball is on the pitch, are you allowed to kick it off the pitch? Whether there's that's the rule. So you can't. You're on a yellow as well. Egal. Why don't you call out Declan Rice being stupid? Why didn't you say, yo, you're on a
By
yellow?
the way, Egal, you know what's crazy? I actually agree with Hamza, honestly. He just had no reason to do that.
No reason. There's no benefit.
Why you do that? Why?
Okay, 19 hours ago, referee Chris Kavanagh apologized as he thought that he didn't see that the ball was still moving.
No, listen. The ball is in play. I don't care about that. Because that means a goal.
So you don't care that the
No.
referee himself apologized.
Bro, I don't know about that. Because I don't know. I'll find out. That
We
the
can't
key
hear you,
issue is-
Shikh, by the way.
the
My
key
bad.
issue- Yeah.
Egal, explain this though. Why is he looking at the ball then in that
Exactly.
situation? Why
Because
is he
the
looking at the
ball-
ball? For what reason?
Reverse back 2 seconds.
And then he goes
The
on
ball
floor.
hit his ankle. The ball hit his ankle.
The ball hit his ankle. So the ball's
1
my
second.
God,
The
no.
ball hit his ankle and then went into his eyesight.
Oh
and then
my
it's just
God, the ball went
It's
his
just, it's just 1 second. Nobody here is saying he's not wrong for hitting the ball.
Look,
You're blaming
so-
the ball.
Veltman gets fouled. He turns around and looks at the referee. Right
Yep.
after that, he looks at the ball. I'm gonna forward it.
Did the ball
A
not
little
hit the back of his heel?
Well
Did
done.
the ball not hit the back of his
Yeah.
heel? The whole reason why the ball is in his eyesight is because it hit the back of his heel and then it came in front of him. At no point did he even see that Veltman was taking a free kick. Then he gets
Ah,
kicked in the-
please. There's something called.
Okay, let me ask you this though, Egal. Let me ask you this though.
Come on,
You
bro,
said
use common sense.
vision. I can see peripheral vision. There's something. You don't look straight. You can see all the way this side.
Bro, he
Go.
can't see that he's getting kicked.
Go. He can see. I can see sideways. Someone you can see. Why
The
do you
ball
think-
was still moving. Declan Rice if the ball's moving, Declan Rice has no issue kicking it. The ball was not still. If it's a free kick, the player touches the ball and says, "Can you move?" And then he does it.
my thing is, if you're complaining to the referee in that situation, right? This is what I would have done. If you're complaining to the referee in that situation, go up to the referee. Why are you still standing in that specific position? And you said the ball wasn't moving and stuff like that. How can he take a free kick? How can he take a free kick when Declan Rice is standing right in front of him, not letting him take that free
So
kick?
why did he
He
still
kicks the
go
ball
kick
away.
with his full force?
Because he's trying to take. That's the whole point. Is that he's trying to take that free
Bro,
kick,
you
but
guys- you
Declan
guys are
Rice kicked the
missing.
ball away.
Veltman is you got to credit Veltman. He's using the dark arts. He got a player sent off. Credit to
No,
him.
he doesn't.
Right?
No, he
But,
doesn't.
but one thing you guys cannot you guys can acknowledge Veltman's dark arts, but at the same time, I'm telling you guys, yes, Declan Rice is not supposed to kick the ball, but the ball is in motion. There is no way you can tell me a ball in motion can be a direct free kick. That is just the letter of the law tells you that if the ball is in motion, it will get called back for a free kick.
Yeah,
So
then
if
the
you're
referee
saying-
has to
if
Okay,
you're- if you're
fine.
giving him a yellow
That's
card,
fine.
if you're giving him a yellow card for time wasting for a situation which the ball couldn't even be played in the first place, the referee made the wrong call.
Even if the ball wasn't in motion, there's no reason for him to look
Kick
at the
the
ball
ball.
and kick it away. That's
don't
all I'm
understand.
trying
The
to
ball
say.
was already headed in that direction.
No, it wasn't,
it
Egal.
wasn't.
No,
It
it
was
wasn't.
straight
He
I've
kicks
watched the
the
clip
ball.
100 times.
Bro,
Let
the
me-
ball was going
One
straight,
second, one
man.
second. As you're watching it, brother, just watch the video. Watch as Veltman gets up, the ball gets bounced.
Look right there. Look right there.
No, no, rewind,
He uses his
rewind.
right toe to kick the ball away.
Rewind. Rewind to the ball hitting Declan Rice's heel and bouncing off his heel, headed the other direction.
He
So
kicks the ball towards.
if you understand, if you guys, we all understand the laws of physics. If the ball bounces off somebody's heel and is headed in this direction and it's still rolling, it's going to continue to roll in that direction.
I think you're referring to this where it
Yes.
hits his.
So the ball is
hits
about
him
to
right
hit
there.
Declan Rice's
Yeah.
heel. After it hits his heel,
It's
goes
hit his heel. Yeah, it's hit
and
his
then
heel
it
right
goes
there.
into his peripheral. The ball is still moving. It's a natural reaction to just to touch it in that direction. I don't think
It's no, Egal, that's the problem.
That
it's
right
not a
there-
natural reaction
that
to
right
kick
there-
the ball
That
outside.
right there, if the
No,
ball
that's-
was completely at a stop position and the person was taking a free kick, he wouldn't have done it. But
Yeah,
the
but
fact
Sheikh
that-
just answered your point. It's not a natural reaction to kick the
It's
ball
not a
out.
natural reaction to kick
No,
the ball out.
no, it
That's what
is.
I'm trying to say.
It's
How is
not.
it a
No,
natural
it's
reaction,
just-
Egal?
if the ball hits you in the back of your leg, if the
Egal,
ball hits you in the back of your
You
leg
got
and
anger
it
issues,
comes in
you
front
go-
of you,
Egal,
you're
look.
just gonna touch it.
So when Veltman gets fouled in this situation, he's looking at the referee, so he has no idea where Veltman is, where the ball even is at this point. The fact
That's
that he
true.
turned around, no, listen though, the fact that he turned around, looked at the ball, then kicked it deliberately is a yellow card offense. You're trying to stop play in that situation. You're not trying to have them make
Bro,
that free
there
kick.
is no play to stop. That was
Okay,
that was
so
never
if the
gonna
ball,
get called.
okay, so let me just debunk that real quick. If the ball is moving and he can't take a free kick, go on, move on. Then why are you still standing in that position?
That's the
Walk
problem.
away.
No, he
Walk
doesn't
away then.
even know that the
Based
player's
on
gonna take a
rules,
free
if you
kick.
can't take a free kick because the ball is moving, then
Oh.
if Rice walked away, Veltman still can't take that free kick
fact-
because the ball was moving,
Bro,
right?
If Veltman really wanted to take a free kick, he would have put his hand on the ball, stopped it, and then taken the shot.
All I'm saying, if this was Gabriel Partey, they would have slowed him. But it's because of this fool Declan Rice.
No,
You know, no. I'm being honest. For some,
There's
if
still-
you were certain players at Arsenal, if you was
Bro,
Thomas
if that was a
Partey,
Man City
he
player,
would have mullered.
Hamza,
They would have
Hamza,
mullered him. I'm
Hamza,
telling you,
I
now,
seen
they would have
you. I
mullered
seen
him.
you come on a stream. I seen you come on a stream after Rodri had his hands on somebody's neck and say
Bro,
why they
it's red, man.
why they send him off.
Bro, but it's a red. It's a red.
Oh, now you
red,
want to say it's a red?
It's a red card. It doesn't matter. It's a red card. That's
I
the
don't
rule
think
of
that
the
was.
game.
I don't think.
Anyone.
I don't
even-
think you guys, by the
No,
letter of the law,
Let me
by
give
the
you an
letter of the
example.
law.
Let me
one
give you an
second,
example.
by the letter of the law, I don't think that's a second yellow, because there
He's
is no
clearly looking
situation.
at the ball,
There was
though.
no situation
Egal.
in which the ball. could have
Agendas
been-
aside, I actually agree with Hamza. Honestly, there is literally no need.
No
No
reason.
Egal,
need.
put yourself
Bro,
in Declan Rice's shoes.
Veltman's
He
actions are
is
red
on
card
a
offense.
yellow. Egal, he's on a yellow. Okay, you had a yellow in the first half after that bad tackle.
Mm.
Why do that? Why? Give me what do you gain by doing that?
Hamza,
Exactly.
I mean Hussam. The honest truth is, I don't know what he was thinking at the time, but from what I'm
Exactly,
looking-
that's the thing. That's
One
why
He
second,
knows he
one
fucked
second.
up. That's
One
why he
second,
made
let
the
me finish.
mistake.
But from what I can see, after falling down, getting back up, and not even looking at the ball or the situation at all, he probably thought the ball's just rolling. He doesn't know where Veltman is. He doesn't know if he's going to kick it or not, and he just slightly tapped it as the ball already hit the back of his leg once. So if the ball's in motion, he's thinking no one's taking a free kick as the ball is in motion. The delay, and the yellow card, Hussam.
in
one
motion
second.
and out of
Hussam,
motion. Forget
Hussam,
all of that. Whether
Hussam,
you
the
win
yellow
it-
card,
He's
the
on
yellow
a yellow.
card.
He's
the
on a
yellow-
yellow. There's a North London derby after this, and you were in complete domination of the game.
You
Hussam,
would have
the
won that
only
game.
reason why he got the
Yes.
yellow is because Veltman kicked him so hard that he stayed down for like 20 seconds.
Egal.
That's
At
the
that
only
point
reason why
in
he got the
time,
yellow.
You
If
just
he-
said
if that-
something.
If he didn't get kicked so hard, they would have just moved on with play. But the fact that he was on the ground for so long,
Bro,
they're like,
he
you
kicked-
have to give him
bro,
a yellow
he's
now.
not-
You have to
listen,
give him a yellow now.
Some-
That's why they
some-
really gave him a yellow. It was
some-
delay of game. It was they're saying the delay of game came from the whole totality of the incident. And if you want to say he delayed the game, fair enough. But my argument this whole time is not about questioning the delay of game. My argument this whole time is not about questioning why he kicked the ball. I agree with you. He kicked the ball, and if that was a proper free kick, you want to give him a yellow card? Fair enough, give him a yellow card. But in this situation, he was given a yellow card because he got injured by a player who kicked him directly in the leg from a
Oh
ball
my
that was not
God.
even a direct free kick.
The guy
So in
didn't.
one hand, I agree with you guys, but in the whole totality of the picture, Declan Rice is the one that's wronged here.
No, he's not wrong.
No,
He's
he
a
did.
fool, man.
No, listen, look, Egal, that's what I'm saying. The deficiencies of the referees is not a problem. They're in that same situation. I don't know if you guys have seen the clip. To ask for a yellow card is also an offense. That's a yellow card offense itself. Welbeck was standing there asking for the player to be booked. Second yellow. So if you bring that up, I'm not even arguing with that. I'm not saying that there are like referees did a right job and all that type of stuff. Deficiencies were 100% there. What you shouldn't do though is, because we know referee make bad decisions, you don't allow them to make a decision like this. And Declan Rice allowed himself to make
You're on a yellow card.
Declan Rice was on a yellow card, allowed the referee to make a decision, and the rest is history. That's my whole problem. You shouldn't be in that situation in the first place. You shouldn't allow the referee to make a decision in the first place. He had no reason to be there. He had no reason to be there.
No, Rice is just a humble guy. He's gonna say whatever he needs to say.
Humble guy, man. He's a conniving guy for that trick.
Nah, you're mistaking him with Rodri. Nah, you're mistaking him with Rodri.
Who's trying to manipulate a game? He kicked the ball out of play. He saw Veltman had nothing. No, a guy's trying to go and kick the ball, and the guy kicks it. And obviously the guy is going to get kicked. And then he goes down to try and get Veltman in trouble. I'm so glad the referee was so smart. And Welbeck noted. I was like, what are you doing? You're on a yellow card. But the problem is, you've now drew a game. You're already 2 points behind because of that decision. Yeah, no doubt about it. And I was going to say the other thing. The other thing is, I've been saying it for a while, Sam. Villa game, these fools were lucky. They were lucky. For some, Watkins had 2 open chances. 2 open. Oh my God. Watkins was through. For some, they should have been 2-0 down. They survived. Their defense has been leaking. Raya made those chances that he went direct to Raya. Direct shots to Raya. And world-class save. This game, I said it, Arsenal are looking shaky at the beginning. You can't be grinding out results. And I was right. And I said it, Sam. I said
we're just copying City, mate.
1 second.
Slow start.
I said one thing. I said it, and I was right. I told Arsenal fans.
Slow start.
Arteta has got too many players. The way that Trossard celebrated, I told Arsenal fans, Arteta's under pressure now. He has to play him. He has to play him because the guy is pissed off. He had to drop Martinelli. This will happen when you've got a bigger squad. There's going to be rift. And when you don't deliver a trophy, these players are not happy to be eating bench. They don't mind to be eating bench. In my team, when they're getting trophies and Champions League and the league title every year, I don't mind. I'm staying
but
there.
let's be honest. Some of your players are not world class.
Trossard had a stinker.
Doku, Savio, these guys aren't players aren't world class.
Odegaard had a stinker. Sam, I told you this Odegaard guy.
Is this true, Egal? Honestly, Hamza's not even waffling.
Odegaard was
didn't have
injured.
a stink.
Odegaard was injured.
Oh, he was injured. Oh my!
Come on, Egal, man.
So
Be
you
honest.
made the wrong
Bro,
mistake.
wallahi,
Egal, be
brothers,
honest.
guys, on a serious note, we've all played football. The moment you pick up a knock during a game, you're not the same. I played football Sunday. I literally broke my toe. I couldn't play the same for the rest of the game.
So why didn't you manage to take him off then? When
The manager did end up taking him off eventually. He did end up taking him off eventually.
So was he Arteta's
Did
fault?
end up taking him off
How about
eventually.
Saka in that game? How about Partey in that game? Those guys
Saka,
weren't
I
in there.
thought Saka was
Yeah.
good. He just missed
Saka
one
missed chances
chance.
though. He missed
Just
chances.
open
Kai
chances.
Havertz missed a
Open.
chance.
He missed
Come
one
on,
chance.
Egal. Saka was good.
He missed
Come
one
on.
chance.
He missed 3 chances.
Right in
One
front
he
of
was
goal.
goal.
Right in front
Bro,
of
he
goal.
missed one chance. The ball was he stretched. He tried to get it. He couldn't get it.
There was another one towards the end too.
I think
that
if
was like
you're
a half
gonna
chance. Yeah.
if you guys are gonna poke fun at Saka, I think Saka was probably Saka and Havertz were decent. Trossard was not that good in that game. Odegaard was not that good in that game.
Trossard had a stinker.
Odegaard was not that good in that game. Declan Rice got sent off for God's sakes.
Gabriel
Timber wasn't amazing. The rest of the team was solid.
What about Gabriel Magalhaes?
Gabriel Magalhaes, Saliba, and Ben White were all
Whose
decent.
fault is that goal? I want to see. Whose fault is that goal?
Whose fault was that goal? Yeah, it was Gabriel, but you can't really fault Gabriel alone. Literally, we just went down to 10 men. The whole team didn't switch on properly.
How does Luis Dunk? How does Luis Dunk from in defense pick up a ball, through ball, directly that beats every, goes through Partey, goes all the way in, and Gabriel Magalhaes was supposed to. He was ahead.
That's not
He
even
had the
a
ball.
no, that's actually a good
Bro,
question. You cannot
Sam,
One
allow-
second.
Declan
Declan Rice
Gabriel
just got,
Magalhaes had a stink
Yeah.
against Villa.
One
He was
second.
a goal.
Declan Rice just got, one second. Declan Rice just got the red. 10 minutes, 8 minutes later, they get a goal. It's not rocket science. They had a man advantage. They utilized that pocket of space where the man advantage was better than us, and then we made the substitution. And then from there on, they couldn't capitalize. Let's not act like Brighton had Brighton had zero chance of winning this game before the red. Zero.
And
we
that's
seen it.
exactly why Egal. I'll just say this before I do the super chats and we end the stream. Here's the thing. That's exactly why I'm saying what Hamza's saying is not even an agenda, because there's no need for Rice to do that. There is literally zero need for him
There's
to
no
just
need for the referee to give the second
No, no,
yellow.
but Egal, here's the thing. Let's not change the narrative here. You're on a yellow. You're in a game where Arsenal are completely dominating Brighton.
The ball is
You
rolling.
don't need to, if the same thing happened to my club, I'll be cussing out the player. I'll be saying, why the fuck are you cussing
Sam,
the player?
you can't cut the player when the ball is rolling.
But I don't care if it's rolling or not.
That's the rule, though.
Yeah, but my point is you have no reason to kick the ball away.
You have no reason to be there.
He
yeah,
has no
man, you
reason
have no
to take a
to be
free
there.
kick when the ball is rolling.
I
That's
understand what
the
you're saying,
decision
but
to do.
I understand what you're saying. All I'm saying is he had no reason to do that, specifically given the fact he was on a yellow already.
Bro, he does have a reason. The ball came off his body. The
No.
player
Okay,
kind
but
of-
Egal
Bro,
though.
One second, bro. This is not basketball. You can't do off the heezy off somebody's leg and then try to score.
That's fine. Just off of your logic, though, if you can take a free kick when the ball is rolling, Declan Rice didn't even allow the ball to be stationary. He stood there and kicked it away. That's my whole point.
The ball
didn't
was
allow
already
that-
rolling away.
Yes, and he didn't even allow it to stop and be stationary so Veltman could take his free kick. He's clearly objecting in that situation. He's
No.
obstructing the free kick.
He's not
Yes, 100%.
You
He's
know
not
what this is,
obstruct.
Egal? We're just gonna have to agree to disagree because we're not
Yeah.
gonna agree on this. Let me just do the super chats before we wrap up. This is Hussam Ban Ray Ray, for fuck's sake, is what my guy Ed says. We're gonna do the Ban Ray Ray thing on my next solo stream, inshallah. We're gonna ban Ray Ray Fund. We're gonna ban him to pieces. Don't worry about it. Hussam, you're telling me you found conceding the first goal in games and conceding chance after chance entertaining. It's stressful, not entertaining. Once again, the 3 games against Manchester United last year, we did not concede first once. Yahi. Why are you so? Sometimes, honestly, I feel like your brain is actually in your asshole and not in your head. Think before you say something. The 3 games against Man United, we didn't concede first. Yahi. Anfield was 0-0. The FA Cup we scored first. The Premier League we scored first. Can't ever get rid of this fraud, to be honest. I told Egal, listen, he asked for him. Why is this Glory Hunter City fan in here, blood? Because Egal asked for him. That's why he's here. Egal was like, yo, you could send Hamza the link.
I'm
like,
neutral.
okay.
I'm a neutral.
That's a challenge. Egal, you admit that he kicked the ball. Declan Rice gave the ref a decision to make. The first thing they tell you in any sport is
Yes.
not to do this. Not to give the referee a decision to make. That's my point.
Exactly
know?
my point too.
We can't. we
Egal,
can't-
you know I don't do Arsenal agenda, but this is the truth, honestly.
One second, I agree with that, but at the same time, Chris Kavanagh is an absolute idiot. So what can we do?
Yeah, rest of the game he was shit. I'm not even denying that. Like other decisions in the game too were absolutely shit. But again, you don't let them make these type of decisions because we know how referees are. That's my whole point.
Wow, Egal. Enzo had a knock too then. Excuses?
Wait, Enzo was injured.
I don't know.
That was the excuse for Enzo last year. He had like a hernia or something.
Hernia. Yeah, he was playing with a hernia.
Hernia.
So does he have a hernia again?
Even against Palace, got kicked. He was limping for a bit. So you can use the same excuse.
Oh wait. So you guys make fun of Saka for limping 24/7. So Saka can't get criticized ever again, then, right?
No, we just say
No, we
that's-
criticize Enzo and Saka. Now Enzo's added to that list too. That's what we're doing.
All right. You know,
Fair.
I just think you guys are clutching at straws.
You said Odegaard was injured. That's why he sent that super.
Yeah,
he
he's
said
just saying-
Odegaard.
Yeah, that's why he's.
Odegaard
No,
had
but
a-
yes, Odegaard did basically get a dead leg.
Blaze, was Enzo injured actually, or are you just mocking it? We want to know.
I think he's mocking it.
Yeah, I think that as well. Anyway, listen, we're going to wrap it up here, you guys. Tomorrow we have Ahwa, inshallah, where you're going to see this guy full time as well. So big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. By the way, we are 5 likes away from 400. Let's get there before we end the stream. I want to see 400 likes as we're live. And also, I'm also 9 subscribers away from 35.4K. Let's get to 35.4, only 9 subs away. Subscribe from your mom's phone, your dad's phone, your brother's phone. We are crap and we beat you. What does that make you, Mr. Red Devil TV? And also, one more final announcement. I know there's a lot of people watching me. Guys, there's an email in my description. Anyone who wants to come on the channel, anyone who wants to make an appearance, email me. I've had 3 or 4 emails. Email me. Get ready to send me 30-second, 1-minute clips of yourself. I want to see what you're like talking about football. Hopefully, inshallah, we get Clovis back on the channel again as well. There's a couple of guys as well I'm kind of looking at right now. So just message me, email me, and I'll get to you as fast as I can. Love, Egal Talks Football, Shikh TV, Carefree Lewis G, Jacob's channel, and Grigs' channel is in the description as well. This stream is going to take you to Mo. How can we piss off Mo? Let's just keep it simple, guys.
Arnautovic.
Forza Juve. No one hates Juventus on the planet more than Mo. So I want to get on his nerves. So I'm going to be
I
spamming.
thought you were going to say Denzel Dumfries the best defender.
No, because he hates Juventus. He hates Juventus like more than anyone in the whole planet. So everyone spam Forza Juve in his chat. I'll be spamming that as well. We have hit 400 likes. Big up. And keep subscribing as well. Let's get to 35.4. Subscribe from all your phones, all your burners. Peace, Habibis.